here at the Banks of Wabash. You get to see some talent and players that you don't normally get to see week in and week out. So for me, this is pretty exciting. I know you were here last night, got a bird's eye view, but I like the fact that I'll be able to see a different side of things. Heading into a different holiday tournament in a few weeks' time, I'll get a peek at some of the talent coming in.
Well, we're going to pause and come back for a little bit more in our pregame show and be ready to get you underway here in the Banks of the Wabash Classic, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Gen Z is a stall generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to South Vermilion High School, the Banks of the Wabash Classic, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance. And it's really nice when somebody comes alongside a tournament like this and throws their name at it. We've had different other corporate sponsors, in this case, the local guy here from Clinton, Ryan Luce, the insurance guy, and we'll have a chance to talk to him probably between ball games as we go on in this tournament. But it's nice to see somebody back the kids in what's going on, give the athletics a little bit more emphasis as far as some money they need. With COVID and all of the other things that have happened, they find themselves a little short. And when I say that, you're watching us online. Take a moment, if you can, in the next few weeks, go out and see a high school basketball, whatever ball game it happens to be. It doesn't have to be basketball, but support your local high school. Make sure those people know you care about what's going on. That's why we do it, and I know that's why you're watching. So,
and they wouldn't turn down a donation either. And this is not a telethon, but I'm just being honest here. The schools need money. I mean, we've got hurt the last couple of years, and people not able to go to games and show your appreciation. Not only go out to a game, but you went to a particular high school, wouldn't hurt to give back a few extra dollars as well. And so those are the type of things you talk about. Ryan Luce, you talk about putting your money where your mouth is, sponsoring this tournament, giving back to your community, helping out. You love athletics. If that's your thing, great. Sponsor something. So those are the type of things that help these communities run and help these schools thrive, and the type of thing that's needed here at this time.
Well, and again, we're looking at the ball game that we're going to start off with here tonight. It's North Vermilion against South Vermilion. And again, North Vermilion comes in 0-3 on the season. South Vermilion 2-3. And again, one of those losses, both these teams lost to the ball games that will be advanced into the championship ball game tonight. We'll take a look at both of them. We'll pause for just a moment. We'll be right back with the starting lineups. You're watching the Banks of the Wabash Classic, sponsored by Ryan Luce.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family.
And you just saw the starting lineups for both of these ball clubs. And as we get these underway this evening, we'll get a chance to see all the teams. They'll sub in quite a bit on both of these squads and make sure everybody gets their chance. But stepping into the circle is Terry for South Vermilion. And again, South Vermilion dressed in white. And he'll jump it up against number 12, Jerome White. And the consolation game is underway here from South Vermilion High School. The Wildcats with the tip, and Hawkins will set the offense. Again, both these teams tend to run a little bit more spread. A set offense now for South Vermilion. Hawkins still with the basketball, looking for that backdoor cut. Garzolini was not open. To the outside, Garzolini, crossover, takes it to the baseline, looks to turn around, stuck inside, turnaround jumpers, no good, and rebound comes out to Atticus Blank.
Nice first possession defensively for North Vermilion to start this game off.
And again, I thought North Vermilion played very well defensively. They just had a hard time getting any of their shots to fall.
Well, when you said these two teams spread, look at North Vermilion. They are, you literally can't be any more spread out than what they are right now.
And you'll see the championship game will be very similar. These teams spread it out, flash to the middle, and then they'll run cuts off of it. Nice dump off on the outside. And again, North Vermilion looking very patient in what they're doing, trying to handle things. There's a cut to the basket, shots up, no good. And again, Dalton Thomas couldn't get that one to fall as he went flying down the lane. Hawkins, Garzolini, open is number 11, Bush, can't get it to fall, rebound, and putback is up and no good by Usselman, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
That was a great rebound by Usselman as he skied for that board. I just would have loved to see him not put the ball on the deck. They're already up, come down, go straight back up, use that backboard, make the shot.
So looking for our first points in the ball game, and Usselman. Lucas puts that one in. It's 1-0 South Vermilion. We want to thank our sponsors for this evening. Crane Credit Union, the Hamilton Center, Indiana National Guard, Luce State Farm Insurance, and Lynn's Pharmacy, all proud sponsors of high school basketball here on Indiana Sports Network. Rebound comes out to the Wildcats. They've got it open again. Usselman from 15, got it to go, and it's 3-0 South Vermilion.
And here comes a little pressure by the Wildcats as well.
Breaking the pressure is North Vermilion. Blank with it in the corner. He'll dribble it out and try to set it up. Outside to Tryon. White inside. to Tryon. He couldn't get it to go, and the rebound comes out to Usselman with the block.
Usselman has his hands all over this game early.
Looking for Usselman on the cut. They get it to him at the top of the key. Now on the base. Up and no good by Garzolini. Had a nice drop step there and just wasn't soft enough to put it in. 3-0 is our score here in the consolation game of the Banks of the Wabash Classic. On the outside, Tryon with the basketball. Cody turns the corner, lays it up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul will go against number 24 for the Wildcats, and that'll be Easton Terry. He'll pick up his first. Cody Tryon goes to the line. We also want to thank Mossy Oak, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. And York Automotive is the transportation specialist we use here at Indiana Sports Network. They have 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield.
You know, it's always interesting when teams go from one year to the next. You see who steps up. Cody Tryon is one of those guys, he's a sophomore in there, now got varsity minutes as a freshman, looking to expand his game and his imprint on this program. Look, nice steal.
Steal the open court, and he does claim it before it goes out of bounds. Nice pass in the low post. Another one, blank with it on the outside, and good ball reversal. White to Tryon. Kicks it over in the corner to Edney. Turns around, puts it up, gets it. No, doesn't get it to go. Goes off the back of the rim, and a rebound comes out to the Wildcats. In the corner, Garzolini spin, puts it up and in. Anthony Garzolini with 2.
It's a nice spin move by AG, getting off the backboard and finding a spot. Didn't wait for the double team to come. Good steal.
Steal. Layup. Potentially, he got it up and in, and a timeout's been called by North Vermilion. We'll take one as well. It's 7-2, South Vermilion.
With great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Easton Terry Usselman with the steal led to the basket by Luke Bush right before that timeout. And again, another full court pressure. It's tipped. It'll stay.
Yeah.
North Vermilion basketball. They're having a hard time breaking the press, and they will because that's a solid press by South Vermilion. Park Heritage had some difficulty for a while breaking it. Triggered inbounds. They'll get it up. And again, Cody Tryon to Edney, drives the base, can't get it up. It's partially blocked, and a rebound comes out to Usselman. Driving the lane, he'll be fouled, and it'll be South Vermilion basketball underneath their own basket.
But the length of South Vermilion really causing havoc on North Vermilion, and making it very difficult for them.
First substitution into the ball game. Noah Scott into the ball game for North Vermilion. Triggered inbounds. Post up, didn't get it in. With the drive, shots up and good by Peyton Hawkins. He scores. It's 9-2 South Vermilion.
Hawkins really knifed through there very nicely. Saw an opening and went right at it.
White drives the lane, puts it up, and doesn't get it to go, but he'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2.
You know, Jerome Wright is an interesting fella right there. Is when you look at North Vermilion, another young guy, just a sophomore. You look at him, probably about 6'2", has nice arms, good strength. If he can keep developing his game at his size, he'll be a guy that'll be able to really wreak havoc on the basketball court last year, just as a freshman. Average 8.5 points a year. So this is, once again, young guys stepping up, increasing their role in the program. You like to see that maturation process. Jerome White's going to be someone to watch.
And he gets that one in. He would have had a second shot as a lane violation. Hawkins with the basketball for South Vermilion, and they'll set up the offense. 3:40 left to go here in the first period. Usselman off the screen. Kicks it on the outside to Wallace, who enters the ball game for South Vermilion. Garzolini. Usselman crossover. Runner goes up and in for Usselman as he puts that one in. Lucas scores. It's 11-3.
I kind of thought that was going to be a pass. I'm like, oh, nope, that's a shot. And it's going in.
Put that one right in. And again, South Vermilion with an 8-point lead. Baseline cut. Can't get it to go was Tryon, and up comes the Wildcats. Crossover. Outside is Wallace. Pounds it in the corner as Usselman shoots the three-pointer, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out, and I thought, potentially a tie-out, but Cody Tryon wrestles that one away for North Vermilion.
Love to see the sprint by Tryon there. Here comes Jerome.
Inside, blocked by Garzolini. Good defensive play, and it'll be South Vermilion basketball. More substitutions in. We'll get this one ready to go. Peyton Hawkins. On the outside is Bush. Now to Usselman. Feeds into Garzolini. Garzolini now will square up. I'll tell you what, when you're looking at Garzolini, he has a chance to really do some damage. Wallace on the drive. He's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, he does. He has the game where you just saw he brought the ball out and squared up, and when he wants to let that shot fly, he can. When he wants to try to drive on the big of North Vermilion, whoever that might be. On this time it was Blank. He has an opportunity to do that as well, but very patient thus far as Garzolini. I'd like to see that.
Easton Terry comes back in for South Vermilion, and also in for North Vermilion is Owen Edwards. Shots up and in. It's 13-3, a 10-point South Vermilion lead, and again, pressure defense the entire time by South Vermilion as they'll try to keep it on and see if they can trap White in the backcourt. White breaks that pressure in the corner. Three-point shot is up and no good, and again, Noah Scott couldn't get it to fall.
Well, we would love to see them knock that one down. Hawkins almost traveled as he lost the ball.
Edney again on the drive, can't get it to go. He picks up the rebound, puts it up, and gets the second one to fall is Usselman.
Is North Vermilion struggling right now? The one thing they can't do, watch out, close to a 5-second there. The one thing they can't do is give extra possessions to South Vermilion. There's another, he carried the basketball.
Turn that one over again. Pressure defense causes people to do things they're not normally used to doing by themselves.
Well, I'm saying you can't give them extra possessions, give them offensive rebounds. Going to have to check out on that glass and get the defensive board to get yourself in transition, help you to try to play offense against that pressure, not against that pressure. So that'll be interesting to watch if North Vermilion get a defensive rebound and go. There's an offensive foul there. No.
They're going to say it was a very solid screen set, and they say he ran through the screen, so it'll be South Vermilion basketball.
A lot of times there's an offensive foul when you see that particular call made. It's kind of like Hanky 5 yards deep. It's going to be a holding.
Wallace with a dip up and under, can't get it to go, and rebound comes out to the Falcons.
Once again, defensive rebound, no press right now, so that's going to be key for North Vermilion to try to get the defensive rebounds on these South Vermilion misses.
White, clear out almost by the 10-second line. 15-13 is our score. Blank picks it up to, there's White. Feed down in that low post to Edwards, and Blank scores it.
Good job by Owen Edwards, the freshman, to be able to be patient. The deep double team did not come, and he went straight at it. Good defense by Blank there.
On the outside, there's a crossover. Again, Bush to Wallace. He'll take the three-point shot. He nails that one. That's Colton Wallace.
Yeah, it's just, he's like, blank if you're not going to come out here. This is easy money if you're not going to come out here.
18-5. South Vermilion with the lead. Tryon, they'll give it up. In the corner is Blank, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out.
Good effort.
And again, Usselman with it. There's a lot of bodies on the floor with the drive. Shots up, no good. Followed by Wallace, he couldn't get it to go. And White with it. As the clock runs out, that'll be the end of the first quarter. It's 18-5 from the Banks of the Wabash, sponsored by Ryan Luce.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Marcia Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, Willow Dirt.
Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana lands, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialists.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Okay, folks, if you didn't watch that commercial, there's something really wrong with you, because that was awesome.
I love that. We've seen that commercial a couple of times last night, and I'm like, oh, my God. That's no bull.
Oh, we got some good ones going, folks. And tonight, speaking of good ones, in championship game, it'll be the Riverton Park will take on Park Heritage. But in the consolation today, it's the Vermilion County schools, North and South, going at it. South with that 18-5 lead, and North with the basketball. White.
Oh, boy.
He gets it knocked back into backfield. He'll take it in. Tryon for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to North Vermilion. Jerome White driving down the lane. He'll kick it in the corner to Tryon. And he traveled with it.
I was hoping he would send that up. I know he just missed the one before on that offensive board. The ball found him. He was open in the corner. Shoot your shot, young man.
Somebody's open. They got to do something with it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, really nice job there for South Vermilion. Usselman got the rest at the timeout for the break, and they put him right back in because he's got a hot hand for the Wildcats. He's played very well in the first quarter, and we put him right back in the second. Nice shot by Peyton Hawkins as he cans that one. It's 20-5, South Vermilion.
You know, that's knowing your game right there. Could have taken the three-pointer, stepped in, and took the little 15, 17-footer and knocked it down.
And he looked very confident doing it.
Yes, he did.
On the outside, again, the big freshman on the middles really helped him at a certain point for North Vermilion. Looking. Open shot, open look for 3. Can't get it to go was Thomas, and a foul called on the play.
Good sportsmanship there as Easton Terry goes to slap hands with Jerome. Jerome White kind of hit him around the shoulder, neck area. Nothing on purpose there. Just good sportsmanship to say, hey, my bad.
Pass on the inside, just threw it away.
Yeah, I thought he had Owen.
Wallace feeds in the inside. Can he get the assist? Nope. Can't get the putback on the inside either was Easton Terry.
That was almost a 360 layup there almost. The young man found out where he was, and he had to try to make something happen. So he was in a tough spot.
3-point shot up and no good by Dalton Thomas. Here comes Usselman, coast to coast, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound comes out to the big guy, Edwards. And they're looking to run is North Vermilion. See if they can push it up and find somebody open to shoot it.
Need to get a bucket here.
Jerome White feeds inside, cross court, can't get it. And it's knocked out of bounds. Ooh. It'll end up being South Vermilion basketball, they say.
I thought that was knocked off of South Vermilion, but sometimes you don't deserve the call. That was a bad pass. You got to make a better pass than a kind of a one-handed fling across the court. Got to be more sound. Can't be cavalier with those passes like that. Make a sound pass. Move your offense. They need a stop and a score in the worst way here now, North Vermilion.
The aggressive guards I saw last night are in the ball game. Aiden Wallace just puts a three-pointer up, doesn't get it to go, but the defensive pressure by both Aiden Wallace and Dylan Condor last night caused Park Heritage a little bit of problem as they came back against a lead that Park Heritage had, tied the score at halftime, and those two young men that just entered the ball game were key reason. They play very hard defensively.
You mentioned young men, Wallace a freshman, Condor a sophomore, so oh boy, another turnover.
Okay. But you see the difference in pressure. The pressure by those young guys, really a nice job. Usselman benefits on the layup because he runs the lane.
Yep.
And you can see they're just all over the place. Those guys play very hard. White down the lane, he'll score, and Jerome gets on the board again. It's 22-7 now, South Vermilion.
He's going to have to do that a little bit more as far as the I don't want to say be selfish, but boy, at some point you gotta. That's a foul. At some point you're gonna have to take over and say, "Hey guys, I'm gonna have to put my head down and drive, make the referees blow the whistle, give me some free throws, or I'm gonna make a layup."
And as we look at that, some rough play, but at the same time, it's being called both ways. They're letting them play.
Yep, they are.
Ball game's moving on. White with the basketball for North Vermilion. Blank. Drives the lane, pumps, turns. They're going to call a travel. Said he slid his foot.
Okay, and boy, if he did, it's because there's something slippery on the floor. I just, that's a tough call to make right there when he's in the middle of his move, not pivoting, but stopping his dribble. That's a tough call to make.
I know, and you're not going to see a lot of fight on that when it's 22-7. Right now, the coach. He just wants his players to play hard in what's going on. And again, Wallace kicks it outside. Open look for two. Had his foot on the line, but a rebound pulled out by Edwards, and he just pulled that one down. He took half the board with him, I think.
He did.
Kick into the corner. Look for the cut, the give and go. White in the middle. Puts it up, can't get it to go, and the rebound comes out to the Wildcats.
You got to take those corner threes, and you got them wide open. You got to take that shot.
Garzolini with a nice, easy shot, and it's 24-7, South Vermilion.
Edwards looked like he could use a blow, kind of laboring, getting down the court, kind of tired. There's another travel right there. That one definitely was a travel. Cody Tryon drug his foot before he made that pass.
And again, we're seeing a lot of players into the ball game for South Vermilion anyhow. Number 12 coming into the ball game for South Vermilion, Elliot Cornfloss.
Also have Landon West, a junior for North Vermilion.
So everybody's getting that chance to play in this consolation game. And again, 4 high offense for South Vermilion. Look for the slip. They've given it up. Garzolini with a spin, drive, shot, no good, rebound, and score. Garzolini.
Yeah, it's just too big, too strong, too tall, too athletic.
And he is,
game.
Division I athlete in football, a very athletic guy, and he has a chance to play some good basketball here in the WRC, at least this year. All these teams are in the same conference, by the way. So they'll play each other in conference play later in the season. This gets kind of the opening, get your whistle wet for the rest of the year.
Right, that's right.
Sometimes because these teams are in this one, in the same conference and in the same sectional, they could play each other 3 times.
Good.
White can't get it to go. He had it right in there. That's good coaching as far as getting it there. He's got to finish that one and put it in. Garzolini kicks it outside with the drive. Shot is up and good. Using the glass is Aiden Wallace.
Wallace gets in the scorebook. I believe that's his first bucket of the day. Is the Wallace boys are both on the court and in the scorebook now.
28-7, South Vermilion. Turning the corner and having it just rejected. Elliot Cornfloss with the rejection of the shot by Wesh. Kicking it back outside. And again, Garzolini, feed inside, shots up, no good, and a rebound comes out to White of North Vermilion. 28-7, 2:22 left to go here in the second period. Crossover with Edney on the drive. He'll score.
Right.
Good baseline drive.
Big bucket right there for North Vermilion. It had been a while before since they saw the ball go through the basket. They needed that.
On the outside with the drive, it's Garzolini in the corner. He'll take the 15-footer, can't get it to go, and rebound. And that Usselman is, again, you could put a mop on him because he's going to be on the floor all over the place. Really tough, hard-nosed kid. I like the way he plays.
I do too. Brayson Shout, a sophomore for the Wildcats, coming in the game. Elliot Cornfloss. When I hear the name Cornfloss, I think West Vigo.
Yeah, you do. It's still the Wabash Valley area, and somebody's going to have to do that. Wallace gets called for the foul up top, and you're going to see, again, the two guys, like I said, that played very hard, Condor and Wallace from last night's ball game. You put those guys on somebody defensively, and they're going to cause lots and lots of problems.
Right.
With Hawkins back in the game, same type of player. Hawkins caused problems on that inbounds play as they just got it in Thomas.
Hawkins got a nice rest, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It's nice when you can bring some people off. And stolen away. Wallace leads it up with the shot, and he dipsy-doos and gets it in as Peyton Hawkins.
Just able to curl that in. Great defense to erase a basket, because I tell you what, coach of North Vermilion, Cody Wright, he had a great play dialed up. They had a layup, but just great defense by South Vermilion to pick that pocket and get on their own transition bucket.
White with it. They'll kick it outside. Now in the low post, and again, Wallace is going to be called for the foul as Edney was posted up, and Wallace went right through his back.
Edney, that was he was a great catch. Good hands there, because the pass was a bounce pass right at his feet.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to kind of short hop at first base. It's a tough one to grab. But, boy, I'm going to pick on Jerome White for a second. That's the second or third time I've seen that one-handed 20, 25-foot push pass. I don't like that. Give me a two-handed bounce pass, chest pass, but the one-handed whip pass, too many times it's going to lead to turnovers going the other way. Those are some of these sound things you can do to clean up. Even with a young team, you can do these type of things.
Trying to put the ball in bounds. It's 5-second call.
Boy.
Solid defense by South Vermilion.
Everybody outside of the paint when you're on this end of the basket. Nobody around trying to cutting back toward the ball, basketball. That was a tough one right there.
Could have been a big post up too, and they'll spread it out, potentially play for the last shot. 30-9 is our score. South Vermilion with a commanding lead here in the second quarter. And South Vermilion wants to make sure they go in with at least that 20-point lead. Leads 21 as they're going to run it all the way down. 35 seconds left to go in the second period. As they're going to hold the ball and wait. And talking about holding the ball, that's exactly what Park Heritage did last night. Held the ball and then did this, turned it on. This case stolen away by North Vermilion. White with the basketball, 19 seconds left to go. Jerome, nice move, and he gets fouled on the way. And with that one, are we in bonus yet?
Yeah.
It is bonus.
White is the only kid that I've seen for North Vermilion that's going to be able to break down the defense. I don't want to say at will, but he has the athletic ability. He's going to keep working on those ball handling skills, when working his left hand. But he's been shown the ability to get by his defender multiple times here tonight. So we'll see in the second half how they can diagram some things, get him onto some good spots. Maybe at the top of the key, let him make a move.
Sure. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Crane Credit Union, Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Luce State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Hawkins gets it and leads it up forward to Wallace. Back outside. A three-point shot is up and no good by South Vermilion, they're going to call a double dribble with .1. It only can be a tip. There won't be a shot on this one. But, again, Brayson Shouts had an open look at the top of the key for 3. Just about the right time you'd want it, too. About 3 seconds, 4 seconds left to go in the half. This shot cannot count, even though he put it right on line. And we'll go to halftime. It's 30-11. South Vermilion leads North Vermilion in the Banks of the Wabash Classic here, sponsored by Luce Insurance.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
It's Black Friday every day at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pulling away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab, only $269 per month. New Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during the Black Friday sales event. Plus, get $1,000 more for your trade-in all month long. Start your deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 1 Crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
1 Sonic Crave cheeseburger.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to South Vermilion High School, 30-11 halftime score. And again, South Vermilion with that lead. And when you look at these guys really going at it, defensive pressure by South Vermilion, I think, has been the big key.
It really has. And after scores, they've been able to make a basket. They've been able to go a full court, a little trap situation. And, boy, North Vermilion trying to break that trap at halftime or getting it over half court. Sometimes it's been a struggle. But also it speeds them up. It starts to make them do things they really aren't quite comfortable doing. You intensify that pace. You start to get some mental mistakes. And conversely, you have a 19-point lead at halftime.
The other thing I noticed is the way South Vermilion attacks the basket.
Yeah.
And they just continually pound it towards the basket regardless of making or missing shots. They're usually getting those shots in the low post. You usually go inside out with South Vermilion, but they've been going inside most of the time.
And not coming back out. And not only by maybe an ultimate drive or, sometimes it is a look down in a low block. So you're getting shots on the interior by a post-up or by a drive to the basket. You've seen a couple of guys be able to do that. Peyton Hawkins, masterful by the way he was able to control the tempo of this team. You can see that the ball's going to go through him. He's the senior leader of this ball club as far as the offense goes, and a very gritty play on the defensive end also. Hey, how about, you called it, the two subs defensively. You called that defensively for South Vermilion. Did a great job. I know you're going to talk about them as well.
Well, and again, the substitutes for South Vermilion, when they come off the bench, they don't look like subs. They look like they're playing the whole time, and they take the risks. Sometimes you have players that don't want to take a risk defensively.
Right.
These guys are willing to take the risk, really go as hard as they can and try to force things. And by them doing that, they may pick up a foul or two. And I know the Aiden Wallace has a couple fouls because of that. But those are not bad fouls because they really sped the game up. And then when your number ones come back in, the other team's still kind of discombobulated offensively. And North Vermilion did not handle pressure well at all. They're going to see pressure all year long because that's the key right now that they're going to have to solve with practice and with dedication and ball handling drills and moving the basketball and maybe not dribbling it up the floor as much as passing it. But they're having a hard time controlling the basketball and controlling the tempo of the ball game.
They really are, and when you have a hard time with that, you have a hard time getting a shot that you can put in the basket. You're not scoring. So that sounds like a stupid comment to make, but it's a very obvious thing. South Vermilion trying to turn them over, prevent them from getting those looks. And then conversely, because they've been sped up, North Vermilion, when they get a good look in the corner, they may be rushing their shot a little bit, be able to not be able to knock down some of these corner threes that they would like to hit.
Then I'm also going to say something about the rebounding effort, because if you look at it, the best part of defense is rebounding.
Yeah.
Don't give somebody a second opportunity to score, and South Vermilion, for the most part, has done that. When those shots have come in from the outside, North Vermilion has not gotten offensive boards, where South Vermilion has gotten multiple offensive boards and been able to move the basketball a little bit better, be able to get better shots. So the shot selection for North Vermilion then is limited to an outside shot, no rebound, and then they have to go down to the other end and play defense. And that's the mark of, I'm going to say, a team that's a little bit older, a little bit more mature in South Vermilion, and they've just pounded it towards the basket. And when they do that, they physically dominate in the low post.
They do, and that makes them hard to beat when you can play that brand of basketball and not focus on or not depend on the three-point shot. Take your looks when they're open, but did they attempt maybe 5 3-point attempts in the whole first half? South Vermilion did. I know Aiden Wallace took a couple. Colton Wallace took 1 or 2.
He hit one of them.
So they probably attempted 5 3-pointers in the first 16 minutes. In today's basketball, I don't care if you're playing from, boys and girls club all the way up to NBA. The three-point line is king right now. And so to see South Vermilion pound that ball inside and not focus on that play outside, inside, and later you might see that three-point shot. That's very refreshing to see.
Well, and the other part about that is because they're not just shooting the ball, wherever you're wide open, they're actually working for what they consider to be a better shot. You know as well as I do that if you can pound the ball in the low post in high school, two good things happen. One, you're probably going to make some more shots. But the second one is you're going to cause foul trouble on the other team. And right now that actually has happened a little bit from the standpoint that if you're aggressive, you get to go to the line. So foul shots, the first foul shot we had in the ball game was because South Vermilion takes the ball to the basket, causes a little bit of trouble. And putting all those things together, as you say, at the end of a first half, it's 30-11. South Vermilion with the lead. South Vermilion did have more fouls, which if you go back to the old John Wooden adage, the team with the most fouls at the end of the first half is usually in the lead. As we watch this
19-point lead doesn't hurt either.
No, it doesn't. As you're watching the dance team, or the cheerleaders, I'm sorry, for South Vermilion, you can see those girls, they spend a lot of time doing this. My daughter helps coach a group, not here, but at another school. These girls spend a lot of time. They spend time with each other. They get to be good friends. They have a great time. And we're watching a lot of fun go on here at South Vermilion at the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance. And with that, we'll pause for a break. We'll come right back with the second half. Again, you're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
And as the cheerleaders finish up, and we were talking about this during the break, the cheerleaders this time in the Banks of the Wabash tournament, it wasn't just for the basketball teams of the boys and the girls. It was also the cheerleaders. They had their first ever competition, had it here at South Vermilion. The winners were the South Vermilion cheerleaders. We'll get a quick shot of them out off the court right now. But these girls won the Banks of the Wabash cheerleading. Here it is. So Tim Terry's going to present the cheerleaders from South Vermilion, this first annual contest between all four cheerleading groups, and the South Vermilion group won that thing.
That's fantastic. I like that idea.
It's even better. It's the things we talked about before the ball game. You want to donate, you want to do those kinds of things. Well, they came up with this idea. Why don't we have a cheerleading contest? I mean, all the athletes came to this thing. Mm-hmm. A lot of people came to it. They had a big gate. Each one of the schools is going to go home with at least another $500 or $600 for their girls to do cheerleading. And
that's fantastic.
So just what a way to sponsor these things, a way to do that one. And again, Ryan Luce sponsored that as well with the cheerleading contest on Monday evening.
You know, it's so interesting because cheerleading has a big draw. Whether you're having a contest like this, or if you notice different athletic teams, if they want a big crowd, you invite some of the young cheerleading groups. They bring a lot of people, and people are excited. So people will watch cheerleading. I really like that idea that they have here at the Banks of the Wabash to have the cheerleading competition. That is, that is something. I hope that keeps going in other places that catches on.
And
it's a great idea.
What I was told, a really great opportunity for these kids to showcase their talents and do all those kinds of things. And, you know, all the kids at school, and it doesn't matter what school you're in, they're always like, is cheerleading really a sport? Well, I always classify things this way. If it's a competition, you got a sporting competition, we can classify all kinds of stuff. They just made cheerleading that kind of competition here in the Wabash Valley, and it was a really neat thing for these girls to go out and compete against other squads, similar to what the colleges do.
That's right. And one thing that that I appreciate from that last performance, we're getting ready to the camera's still on us, and they start, and I hear Prince. And I'm like, I'm trying to pay attention to what you're saying, and I hear Prince in the background, and my antenna goes up. I'm hello. That Prince song 7, I absolutely love that song, and he's got some great ones. They had a couple of different Prince songs they played. If you're if you're having a cheerleading competition, you play some Prince. You're on the right track. There's a lot of good. I'm just saying.
I got it. Saying. I now know your music genre.
I'm a big Prince fan. Gone too soon, man. But
folks, we hang out quite a bit at these ball games, and whether it's at Rose Holman or high school games or wherever, we get to spend a lot of time together. And that's the first I've heard that he's the ultimate Prince fan.
We haven't heard it before. How are we going to talk about it?
Hey, there's about 3 minutes to go before we hit the third quarter. We're going to take a short break. We'll come right back with the start of the second half. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Home, It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to South Vermilion High School. Again, 30-11 is our score. We want to thank our sponsors, Crane Credit Union, the Hamilton Center, Indiana National Guard, Luce State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Our camera operators for today's game are Kanan Harper, Noah Gastineau, and Dakota Schonsler. And again, if you would like to advertise on Indiana Sports Network, you can get a hold of Indiana Sports Network, and Tony Harper is the guy to contact. He's also our producer and director for tonight's ball game. Again, my partner is Walter Gordon. We're having a great time here at South Vermilion High School for the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance. And it's a great thing to do is a ball game like this one.
It puts another spin on what we would say Championship Saturday. A lot of sporting events going on.
Oh, yeah.
Right about now. I don't know. Somebody was saying go Dogs or roll Tide. I don't know. But some sports being played today. And
well, the Irish
are the Banks of the Wabash.
I'm sorry, the Irish, if you can get Cincinnati to take one on the chin, the Irish could find themselves in that set of 4 championship teams.
They could. I'm in dire news.
Or if Georgia would beat Alabama.
I just got a score of 31-17, tied up in the third quarter.
Ooh.
I was listening on the way up here. I was listening to the broadcast.
And here we go. South Vermilion with the basketball. Hawkins, Garzolini. On the outside is Bush. They're going to feed it down low to Terry. Back out to Garzolini for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound, and it'll go the other direction. I'm telling you what, when you look at it, Atticus Blank turned around and just spread his arms wide. I don't think he fouled anybody, and away went Easton Terry, away from the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He is a big physical kid.
He really
and
is.
He plays hard. And you noticed, and you said you loved the way the motor of Atticus Blank. He just plays hard.
He sure does. I like what I saw out of Owen Edwards when he came in as well. So
on the outside, nice screen, good setup. He couldn't get it to go as Dalton Thomas had the open look and couldn't knock it down.
That's everything that you want right there. Your first possession, that's everything you want.
Usselman gives it off to Bush, who drives the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go, and a rebound comes out to Edney. White with it. Jerome will pull it up on the right side. Gives it to Blank.
Ooh, almost
He's open, and he could have shot the ball. He does, but he gets it stuffed right back as Garzolini had time to get back up and stick it right back in his face. On the outside, 3-point shot attempt is no good by Bush, but the rebound comes out to North Vermilion. Again, Thomas with it. To White, trying to drive, kicks it back to Edney, drives, kicks it to Atticus. Back in the corner is White. Outside, open look, Thomas. Again, another good look for North Vermilion. They just couldn't get it to go.
An offensive board there.
Noah Scott kicked it back out to Edney, who gets it up and can't get it to go. North Vermilion has open looks and open shots with the drive, and a fast break opportunity is Terry. Timeout goes to South Vermilion. They'll take it 30. We will as well. Indiana Sports Network.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
It's Black Friday every day at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on U.S. Highway 40 in Brazil. Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pulling away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab, only $269 per month.
Noah Scott gets it into Jerome White. Trapped in the corner, turned over, stolen away by Terry, puts it up and in.
Where was his help? Who was coming back to the ball to try to help out Jerome White?
No press breaker. Noah with it over the 10-second line, pulls it out, stolen away again. It's Luke Bush, puts it up and in, another one. Noah Scott trying to inbound it, 5-second call.
Yeah,
3 straight turnovers and a timeout by North Vermilion, and they need one. It's 36-11, South Vermilion with the lead.
It's Black Friday every day at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on U.S. Highway 40 in Brazil. Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pulling away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab, only $269 per month. New Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during the Black Friday sales event. Plus, get $1,000 more for your trade-in all month long. Our deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one. You are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Carter Edney throws it in, gets it this time to White, and they have a foul. This will go against Usselman. You know, I liked Sean Neville's timeout about a minute ago because it settled down and really pushed South Vermilion to play harder.
And they didn't reset the fouls on after the half. Now they're doing that now, as that clearly
should have been the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, you look at Sean Neville, and he's like, I don't like what I'm seeing. He calls timeout. Then he immediately puts the pressure back on, and all of a sudden 3 quick turnovers and baskets for South Vermilion as this lead explodes. It's 36-11. Cross court, can't get it in. Noah Scott on the baseline, and he won't shoot it. He double dribbled the basketball. Another turn of 4 straight turnovers for North Vermilion.
And I like the coaching going on, and I call it coaching, but instructing. He asked the official what happened. The official let him know, hey, young man, this is what you did. I like when the officials do that, take the time to instruct the young guys, say, here, this is what you do next time, this is what you did wrong.
Hawkins drives, shoots, and scores.
There's too much speed for South Vermilion right there.
Edney, now they've got the press breaker on. They'll kick it back up to Atticus. Blank. He goes in, and they're going to call the blocking foul. It'll go against Garzolini. And Atticus Blank was going to the basket.
He was going to the basket. You weren't going to stop him.
Nope. And he might as well because they need somebody to take control out there.
Yeah.
And he tried very hard to do that.
Garzolini brave enough to stick his nose in there. And
they'll put it outside. Eddie tipped it. He's all right.
Oh, he didn't possess it. Okay.
No, he did not possess the ball. He's fine. Edney gives it up. Noah Scott back to Edney. Carter Edney looks inside and stolen away by South Vermilion. They're going to call the foul on North Vermilion in the backcourt.
At what point if you're Sean Neville, at what point do you take the press off? Right? Maybe through the third quarter. Maybe
not.
I would maybe a little sooner than that. I would like to see him. Be honest with you. No.
You can still play pressure defense in a half court.
Yes, you can.
And there's nothing wrong with that either. Mm-hmm. Into the ball games comes Owen Edwards, a freshman who's played pretty well when he was in the first half.
Edwards and Blank in there at the same time.
Usselman for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out, and it's Edwards with the ball. Gives it up to Edney. Full court pass with the he traveled.
He traveled first.
They're going to call the foul.
They gave him the foul. But
they sure did.
First. Yeah. That's okay.
Dalton Thomas will go to the line. He had a chance to do that. We saw him shuffle his feet. Mm-hmm. He's going to go to the line. He's going to shoot the 2 shots.
I'd like to see a little more of Dalton Thomas with the basketball. I don't know, how good his ball handling skills are. It's my first time seeing him. But I'd like to see him, especially when you have that pressure, be one of the release valves in the backcourt. Also, I hope he keeps shooting. I know he's been cold from the three-point line. I hope he stays aggressive, keeps shooting the basketball. They're going to start going down. Law of averages, the numbers are the numbers. You shoot what you shoot. So I would imagine he shoots in the lower 30 percentile. So he'll get there if he just keep putting it up. If you're open, shoot the ball.
Dalton Thomas with those 2 free throws. Bush, Usselman drives, shoots, and gets it to go.
You got to call something there.
It's got to be one or the other. I know.
I know you want to keep the game going. You want to keep the game going. I understand that. But that was a lot of contact.
Jerome White with it now. Back outside, into Edney, back to Atticus Blank for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound to Wallace.
I like the look, though.
Hawkins with it to Garzolini. In the corner is Bush for 3. Got it. Luke Bush. And it's a 30-point South Vermilion lead.
You see, now there's a difference there when you got Thomas in the backcourt as that ball stolen away by Wallace.
And then stolen back by Edney. Puts the shot up, and he'll go to the line and shoot. The foul's going to go on Wallace.
But I was saying on the other trip down the court when North Vermilion was trying to break the pressure, you had Dalton Thomas back there helping to bring the ball up. Notice a big difference. Not saying that he is the difference, but I think I would love to have him in the backcourt more often than not against the South Vermilion pressure.
Edney misses that first one. Wallace and Condor back into the South Vermilion lineup.
One guy that I don't think I've seen for South Vermilion is a Dallas Coleman. I don't think I've seen him yet. Have you?
No.
Okay, so that's another one of those freshmen, one of those football-playing freshmen that are very athletic. Was hoping, to be honest, I was hoping I'd see him today just because I like what I saw him on the gridiron in his freshman season. I wanted to see him play basketball as well. So.
Yeah, he's a pretty smooth athlete on the football field.
Yes, he is.
North Vermilion gets it up to Edney. He was wide open and had a shot and just didn't take it. White. Usselman on the defensive side. White drives, shoots, gets it to go. Jerome White. And it's 43-15. Usselman drives, shoots, can't get it to go. Rebound comes. They haven't called it block or charge.
No.
So there's going to be a lot of contact because they're calling it the exact same. Edney. Carter drives, shoots, and puts it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Blank. 4-3, turns around, puts it in. Atticus Blank.
There you go, Atticus. And that's on the off the offensive rebound. So many times it's tough to guard that three-pointer at that point.
Garzolini in the post, puts it up and in. Right over the top of Edwards.
I kind of wish that they had heights in this on the program. I know Blank is around, I think, around 6'2"?
6'2", 6'3".
What about Edwards? What is he?
About 6'4".
Okay.
You can see he's a big guy.
Yeah, he is.
And then you put Garzolini at about 6'4", 6'5", depending on which publication you're going to read.
Yeah.
Out of bounds to South Vermilion, substitution.
I tell you, Blank is not scared to get on the floor. The effort is there. The want-to is there. I've really enjoyed watching him play today, Herb.
Yeah.
I really have.
Coleman into the ball game now.
There's my guy.
Playing on that low post. Yeah. We'll see what happens here. Garzolini.
Coach Neville heard.
Garzolini to Coleman. Have you heard that one before?
That's right.
Wallace takes the three-pointer, shots up, no good, rebound, comes out, fought for and picked up by Coleman. He can't get his shot up, though. With the drive and threw it away was Thomas.
Oh, my God.
All the way up the stairwell.
Hey, man.
And they'll come back with it. It was down there caught somewhere. Hey, we want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Crane Credit Union, Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Luce State Farm Insurance, and Lynn's Pharmacy. South Vermilion with the ball. Condor to Wallace, and they'll call it traveling violation. He moved and switched pivot feet is what he did.
Got to have those feet set on the catch. right before you move. So tempting to shuffle them. You see that all levels of basketball quite often.
Edwards.
Look out, Edwards.
They're going to call the foul on
come on now.
Wallace.
Oh, come on now. But good for Wallace trying to strip that ball. Edwards put it right in his face. So I can't blame Wallace for putting his hand in there to try to strip that ball. Got to be careful with the basketball.
1:25 left to go in the third. It's 45-18 South Vermilion. Edwards with the drive and the shot. He couldn't get it to go.
Go back
Rebound.
up.
Go up with it,
Yes,
big
sir.
fella.
Yes,
And
sir.
puts that one back in.
All right.
45-20. Condor had it tipped away, and pretty good defense that time by Dalton Thomas.
I'm going to tell you, watching Atticus Blank and Owen Edwards, those are the type of guys that I would like to coach. If I'm a basketball coach, I would love to coach guys like that.
They play hard. It doesn't matter what the score is. They're still trying to do their very best. Nice move.
Good.
There it is. Nice play by Blank as he read his eyes and took the ball away. Jerome White kicks it back outside.
Yep.
Inside, and they're going to have a foul called underneath. That's a really nice job. Again, Edwards is such a big guy. He's such a big frame. It's hard to guard him on that low post.
And he's strong as well. The young man is strong. It's just those, you can coach him up. You know, you can inspire these type of guys, and they'll do big things for you on the basketball court. Good
White off
there.
the screen with the drive. Shot is good. Jerome White.
All because of that screen. He was able to get his shoulder by his defender because of that screen. Good job to run his player off of Atticus Blank's screen.
And South Vermilion is going to hold for the last shot. There's 18 seconds left to go here in the third period. 45-22 is our score. South Vermilion with the lead. Trying to get that backdoor cut. And a steal by Thomas, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
He sure will. Coach Neville not going to be happy about that one. Not happy about that. He's going to sit down and just, wring his hands a little bit.
What do you ring your hands instead of wringing somebody's neck?
Right.
That's
right.
what you usually do.
You remember Coach Pat Ray used to have that program that he would ring the smithereens. Just be look like Pappers at the end of the game. He's waving that thing around. I tell you, I miss watching Coach Reddy. Nice to see him around town and around Terre Haute sometimes when I see him.
Pat Rady, the Putnam County guy. That's where he was in northern Putnam County, where is where he grew up.
Okay.
Roachdale.
Good screen.
Outside to Condor. Wallace for three. Doesn't get it, and that's the end of the third period. It's 45-24. And again, a good quarter for North Vermilion.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become. Wherever
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
45-24 is the score at the end of the third period. And again, North Vermilion towards the end, when South Vermilion put in some of those substitutes, North Vermilion made a little run here and cut that lead from 30 down to 21.
Peyton Hawkins back in the game for South Vermilion. It looks like they have actually all 5 starters out there for the Wildcats.
North Vermilion with the ball. Edney looking for Edwards. They get the big fella the ball. He puts it up. Can't get it to go.
Go back.
Pump, gets it up, and the freshman puts it in.
Edwards has had the last 2 minutes or so has been stellar for Owen Edwards.
Leads down to 19. Running that weave, kicking it back outside. Hawkins out near the 10-second line. Used the high. Garzolini slipped. Drive by Hawkins. Can't get it to go. Rebound. He gets his own. Kicks it out to Usselman. Drive. Shoots and scores. Usselman, again, a solid player. He's been the player of the game so far.
He has.
Really done a nice job.
Lead back up to 21, just like the 21-point lead the Crimson Tide have over those Bulldogs.
You wanted to see Thomas with the ball. He handled it well and got it into Edwards. He couldn't put it in the hole, but again, that was not bad offense for North Vermilion. Drive by Garzolini, spin, doesn't get the shot up. In the corner, Garzolini puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound, Usselman. He puts it up and in.
Atticus Blank has played out of the 20, that's a carry there. Out of the 25 minutes, he's probably played 23 of them. Would you say?
He's played a bunch.
Yeah, he doesn't come out. He doesn't come out very much, and
he plays hard, plays well.
Yes, that's what you're gonna. That's all you're gonna ask.
Plays within his framework. He doesn't turn the ball over either.
I like him.
Garzolini looking on the inside, and again, they're doing a nice. North Vermilion's doing a nice job of switching to keep Edwards in the low post and not have him come out and get exposed.
Right. Blank can move his feet a little bit better than Edwards at this point.
Garzolini drives, shoots, and doesn't get the roll, but rebound comes out, and look out, it goes the other way. Garzolini with the shot, no. Rebound by Garzolini with the tip, finally got it up and in. 24, that was Terry, kept it alive, and Garzolini got the bucket. It's 51-26 now.
Boy, Atticus Blank has stuck behind everybody, and he was looking out for a potential layup, but South Vermilion very heady.
Edney turns it over. Garzolini with it on the right side. He's got a cross-court pass for a layup, gives it up, Usselman for it. And a timeout's been called by North Vermilion. We'll take one as well. It's 53-26, South Vermilion.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Corner. Welcome back to South Vermilion. Consolation game. It's 53-26. South Vermilion with the lead over North Vermilion. As this one's winding down, 5:33 left to go in the ball game, and you can see when the starters came back in for South Vermilion, a huge push. The lead had been cut down to 19, and immediately those starters for South Vermilion lengthened that lead, and you can see why those guys are their top 5. Atticus Blank with it. Blank looking inside. Here comes Tryon, and Cody gets it down the lane and scores.
Great play coming out of that timeout to come out with the little curl off of the Blank assist.
Looked like they were going to press as well and miss one guy too.
In case it wasn't there.
Ball loose, picked up by Edney.
Yeah, I think the play was on, but not everybody knew it, which is a whole other thing.
That's another one he's going to talk about. You know that one.
Yep. Good defense there.
Thomas trying to use that screen, does. Three-point shots up and in.
It'll go down. Just keep shooting.
And here comes that pressure we were talking about.
Yeah.
Token at least. Over to the side. Couldn't get to it was Usselman. Gives it back out to Garzolini. They're going to slow it down. Nice and slow on the outside. Bush feeds down low to Terry. Back to Bush with the drive. Doe kicks it out to Garzolini. South Vermilion is now content just to run some clock and see if they can get into the stall game and just milk the clock and put points on the board. He walked with it.
Oh, he sure did.
And that'll give the ball over to North Vermilion.
Easton Terry drug his pivot foot, walked with it, and that's the last thing that Coach Sean never wants right now is turnovers.
53-31, a 22-point lead right now for South Vermilion.
Was Neville was on the staff at West Vigo, is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Part of the Joe Baylor coaching tree, if you can say that.
Thomas from the corner can't get it to go. Rebound and tipped around. Usselman with the lead pass to Bush, and he scores. That's a really nice outlet.
Yes, it was. Nice streak ahead. And
the only thing he could have done differently is the overhead Wes Unseld, but he got it up there.
Not everybody can be Wes Unseld.
Edney turns, kicks it in the corner. Outside is Tryon for three. He gets one to go.
That was deep right there. Now the ball's starting to go through the hoop a little bit for North Vermilion. Just a couple of quarters too late. Still coaching for the next game, though.
And that's good for the guys from North Vermilion. They're playing hard right now. Bush tries to turn a corner, isn't able to do it. Hawkins waiting for the pressure to come. Hawkins again. Bush with the drive. Kicks in. Reverse shot is up and no good. Bush with the follow. Can't get it, and a rebound comes out. It's North Vermilion basketball.
Need help.
Pressure in the backcourt. Driving. Pump. Shot, and he'll go to the line. White with the drive, and he'll go shoot two.
Wholesale substitutions for South Vermilion after this whistle. As when you look at Jerome White and you see the ability that's there, just still a little raw, still some fine tuning. Of course, we all need fine tuning, but there's still some fine tuning that needs to happen. But you can see the talent the young man has, and at his size, and the strength that he has, his athletic ability, he's going to be tough here the rest of this year. Look forward to seeing him develop the rest of this year.
And they get a wholesale substitution, as you said, for South Vermilion. Jack Moulton, the first time we've seen him into the ball game. And Noah Scott comes back in for North Vermilion. Again, the Falcons, winless on the season, but they played a very good ball game last night. Had Riverton Park into overtime and just couldn't close the deal.
Right.
And they had free throws to do it too. So they just couldn't get those things to go in.
They can be very aggressive. They only got one team foul.
2:28 left to go in the ball game, and you're going to see this thing really milk down here. Nice post play on the inside by Moulton.
Oh, Captain Jack over there was able to get one over on Atticus Blank.
57-34. South Vermilion with the lead. And if you're looking at this one again, North Vermilion still running that weave, trying to get something open. Thomas pulls up and gets it to go.
Yeah, and a quick timeout. We're going to get some substitutions in here. It's going to be a timeout just to get the subs in. As North Vermilion, the Falcons coach Cody Wright going to empty his bench, get some guys in. But, you know, you look at this team, they're going to move to 0-4 her, but there are going to be some wins on their schedule. This is a team that you can see the makings of a club that will be competitive in a lot of games. They're going to have some chances to win. Just got to learn how to close the deal. Next game up, next weekend, a home game against Traders Point Christian. So It's going to be fun to watch. These Falcons over the course of the season and watch them learn to put this thing together.
And again, they have several ball games in the WRC where they're going to have a chance to win ball games.
Yes.
Teams like Attica, and again, back end, Riverton Park, they had the overtime game. Fall up again, and Moulton puts his second basket in. He's going to say, Coach, put me in more. I've got 4 points here in just a couple minutes. Again, substitutions for North Vermilion. Edwards again tries to put one up, potentially had a foul, but he gets the rebound.
Yeah,
he plays hard. I like what he's doing right now.
Just kind of swatted it to his teammate there. Off the glass! How about that for Eli Peasley?
Eli Peasley is in the ball game as well. The other thing you're not seeing is Landon Naylor in for North Vermilion, probably one of their best players. He has a shoulder injury. Hopefully he recovers quickly and is able to see some time here this season early on. But with him in the ball game, and he's their primary ball handler.
Okay.
So you put him out of the ball game, it makes it a lot different for the Falcons. And North Vermilion will gain possession of that one. And you're looking at, you've got Peasley, Wesh, Noah Scott's in there, Edwards is in there, and number 20, and that's Cameron Chavant. .30 seconds left to go in the ball game. And again, 59-39, a 20-point lead, but probably more than that just when you see the way this one's gone in. And Coach Neville's done a really nice job in making sure everybody played. He got to see people in a varsity action. And for South Vermilion, that's a good thing. Because everybody now has film, and he'll evaluate everybody with them, be able to see a little bit better continuity maybe when some of these other guys come in.
It's kind of like, hey, Coach, I think I deserve a few more minutes. I can do this. Oh, really? Well, yeah. Come watch this tape. You remember this play right here? So we didn't have that tape. The tape doesn't lie, does it, Hurt?
No, it doesn't. And the other thing is they lost 10 points of their lead when that second group was in.
Yes.
So it wasn't like, hey, we played better than the first group. They didn't. It wasn't close. So that first group played much better. And now there are some things in that second group that really went well, but realistically, you put the big guys in the second group, and they dominated this ball game on the inside. 59-40, and that looks like it'll be the score as South Vermilion will go on to win this ball game, even their record to 3-3 here in the Banks of the Wabash Consolation ball game this evening. Again, 59-40, South Vermilion with the victory over North Vermilion. 59-40. And you see both these teams shaking hands. And right out in front, we want to wish them the best of the luck here this next couple of weeks. We'll see some of these teams potentially in the Wabash Valley when you go down to the tournament in Terre Haute here in a few weeks. I know Riverton Park's been in it. South Vermilion usually is in that one. So they start out with a couple tournaments, and then they get into conference play. And with both of these teams, that's what they're going to really get after. And with that, again, the consolation game is at its conclusion, 59-40. We'll pause and be able to talk with some of the celebrities, I'm going to say, within this group. We got a couple of them coming up right now for our, again, I'm not going to say halftime, pregame show into the championship game. You're watching the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. healthcare professionals of Union Health since 1892, providing compassionate healthcare of the highest quality to generations of Wabash Valley families. Union Health, healthier together.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also have cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to South Vermilion High School. It's the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce. And wouldn't you know, Ryan Luce comes up to talk to us tonight. And we talked earlier, I don't know if your ears were buzzing on this one, but we really thought it's a great idea that you could come alongside all the athletes within this Banks of the Wabash area, which is your coverage area in insurance, and really come alongside the schools and really try to help these kids out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we were talking about some ideas for our office, we are very community driven, and the Banks of the Wabash is something that, as a former South Vermilion athlete, I was kind of envious of back in the day. And when South Vermilion was able to, jump in the Banks of the Wabash when consolidation happened with Turkey Run and Rockville, and Park Heritage was formed, it was exciting because it's kind of our own little bi-county. We got the 2 Vermilion County schools, the 2 Park County schools, a lot of familiar faces from my education days, and some of that still rings true because we try to support and give the young people of these communities every opportunity they can get, and we got a special place here, so we want to continue to be involved. And it's been a blessing for our office because the Banks of the Wabash is kind of stretched out now. We've got more and more sports, so we almost have an event per month with the Banks of the Wabash, and it's interesting times over the last couple years. So any way we can help out, we try to.
Well, we also noticed they had a cheerleading contest.
Yeah.
And with that, tell us a little bit about I know you were approached by that kind of a little late in the process, but tell us how that all happened.
Yeah, that was it was a great idea. The conference ADs, I'll give them all the credit for that. Or not the conference, the Banks of the Wabash ADs came up with that idea, and it made perfect sense. I mean, the cheerleaders deserve to have a Banks of the Wabash championship as well, and it was highly attended. It was exciting, and I was proud to be a part of it, just help them out. We got some T-shirts I think the champions were wearing tonight. They were excited about those, and then we got the traveling trophy, so I think the cheerleading Banks of the Wabash is here to stay. I think they're going to be arguing on who gets to host it next year because of the amount of people, and I'm sure they're going to sell plenty of popcorn and stuff like that next year.
Well, I was listening to the ADs talking about how much money they raised, and they were in shock.
Yeah.
Just how everybody came. And why wouldn't you, if you were an athlete and you had a chance to go really kind of support the people who support you all year long, you'd really want to do that.
Yeah, that's a great point, Coach. Like, those girls put in a lot of hard work, and they travel around supporting, athletes of different sports all year. So it was great to kind of go through each cheer section and see a lot of familiar, football players and basketball players that were up there kind of in a role reversal supporting their cheerleaders. So I think the parents enjoyed it, and like I said, with the success we had, I think it'll only get bigger and bigger in the future.
Well, I was really glad to see that you were sponsoring this, and I was like, wow, why don't we get him to come up and talk to us, and which makes it kind of fun for everybody involved to see this one. But when you're looking at, and you being a former basketball guy, you get to watch a basketball. Last night, it was amazing to see how close those games were at certain points all the way through. And I thought, especially for like Riverton Park and North Vermilion, having that battle go into overtime, that was great for both of those schools to see that actually happen early in the season.
Yeah, it was great. And, the last couple weeks we've just kind of got the ball rolling with the season. So I think the special thing about the Banks of the Wabash over the past, 30 years is everybody in the two counties comes out to see kind of what hand they've been dealt for the year. Everybody's still kind of getting their legs about them and trying to figure out what roles they're going to play. So it's not always the cleanest basketball, but it's definitely interesting because you see teams, North Vermilion's down 13 in the fourth, comes back, ties it up, goes into overtime. And then the South Vermilion Park Heritage game was competitive all the way through. So hopefully we'll have an exciting championship game tonight as well.
Well, I know all of the ADs and all the schools are just happy that you had a chance to sponsor this tournament. Again, it carries your name for this year. Congratulations on just the ability to see that the community needs you and what's going on. We appreciate your sponsorship as well, and we hope to have a great championship ball game. And for us right now, between games in this pregame for the championship, you're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Thank you.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Gen Z is a stall generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
At a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become. Wherever
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
Watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Oh, he's just going to let him out here for a minute. Thank you. Let's go with...
All right. Took just a couple minutes of break. 10 minutes on the clock as we get prepared for this championship ball game. Riverton Park comes in with a 3-0 record. They'll take on Park Heritage. Park Heritage at 1-1. They're one loss. The opening ball game of the year, they played against Linton. And, of course, Linton is one of the premier players in the entire Wabash Valley, and a Division I prospect in Joey Hart. And when you're looking at those two guys, it makes a big difference. Now, when we look at this ball game, getting ready for this one, Park Heritage still has one more player who, in this tournament, we probably will not, or we won't see him, and that's Christian Johnson, as he has you know, an injury, and he's going to nurse that back to health, and hopefully they don't bring him back too quick.
Right.
I mean, even if they just wait till after the 1st of January, it wouldn't be a bad deal. But for Park Heritage, I mean, they have some quality athletes that they're able to play, and they can bring all kinds of pressure. They were 24-7 last year, state runner-up.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to South Vermilion. It's championship night here at the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance. And when you look at this one, two teams that are the best two probably teams in the overall thing. If you're looking at it early, Riverton Park 3-0. Then they've come into this ball game at 3-0, winning their opening ball game against South Newton. They beat Providence Cristo Rey, a 1A school, 48-43. So they've won some close ball games in those first three wins, and they're going to take on Park Heritage. Park Heritage, of course, lost a ball game to Linton in their opening ball game of the year, and they did that, and they lost it 51-38. But at the same time, Park Heritage is without that inside scorer they had last year, and they've got to find that role as we go along here in the next few weeks. They need to find somebody to do the job. They've placed inside for Park Heritage. They placed an inside player in Joel Gooch, and if I ask you, okay, my partner Walt Gordon is with me. If I ask you who's the fastest guy on the floor tonight, who would it be? I'm going to ask you. Notice my arms are crossed. I'm back because there's no way you're getting this one.
Well, I'm assuming somebody on Riverton Park's team.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So
fastest guy.
He's on the court right now.
He's on the court. He will start.
I'm going to say Nas McNeil. Okay. Who we got?
Who you got? You got Gooch.
Okay.
Okay.
The aforementioned Gooch. Okay.
He won the 100 and 200 in the conference last year.
Okay.
Going away. He is a blazing guy and a very good athlete. Didn't play a lot of basketball in terms of a lot of quality minutes last year. He got some minutes, but he wasn't one of those guys they relied on all the time. So he's the guy that's going to probably take up some of that space that they need on the inside. He's a jumper. He's really athletic. Comes from a family that's athletic. Coached against his uncles. His dad was a good athlete. You just go all the way through that family. They have the ability to jump. Division I style athlete, his uncle was. So you put all of that together. He's a quality athlete. And then you have the best shooter on the floor probably for right now Park Heritage in Ren Harper. And he comes in as a freshman. Has filled a role. You leave him open, it's going to be three automatically. So, and then you're driving all those things. Park Heritage has a different style makeup than what they had last year.
Right.
And they're going to have to learn how to use that, and that's what the opening part of this whole season has been about. For Riverton Park, they found an answer for them. They play good defense. They've moved the ball pretty well. They put it on the inside post, and they gave some damage last night to North Vermilion, and that's why they find themselves in the championship game.
And that's nice. We talked about how refreshing it was to see Riverton Park be 3-0 on this earliest part of the season. A really big test for them here with Park Heritage, even though they don't have Christian Johnson, as you mentioned. Still, Park Heritage has a lot of pieces. They are working some guys in. It's going to be an interesting, fun game to watch.
Should be a really good ball game, especially when you're taking two rivals. Everybody knows everybody. That's the other thing. And they don't call them by last name. They'll be calling them by first name. They'll say something about their grandma, the whole deal. Everybody knows everybody in this one. They played against each other all the way through, and that's kind of nice too. The hometown rivalry, it's going to be Riverton Park against Park Heritage in the Banks of the Wabash Tournament Championship game, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't hear. A boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Gen Z is a stall generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Championship Saturday here from the Banks of the Wabash Tournament in South Vermilion, and again sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance. We're looking at two ball clubs coming into this championship ball game that won last night. Both of them winning ball games that we saw the makeup of the other ones coming in, but the Park Heritage 1-1 on the season. Their opening loss was to a state-ranked, very solid Linton team who, again, those two teams could meet up again in the tournament in Terre Haute over Christmas break. But Riverton Park, I think, has come out and they're doing good things, and it's really different because Aaron Hines is in his first year as their coach, and he's a very young guy who's doing his best to make sure that things are done well, and that fresh start for them has really worked out well.
You know, when you're a first-year coach, you have to get buy-in from the players and sometimes the parents and the boosters and everyone else. It doesn't hurt when you go 3-0 to start your first season and are playing for a championship of the Banks of the Wabash tournament. And, you know, wins get people's attention, and that's what he's done the first 3 games out. Low-scoring affairs, a lot of good defense have been played. And Coach Hines trying to find his way here at Riverton Park, and just a fantastic start.
Well, it's really been good for him. And the other thing is those players are going to listen to somebody. You're 3-0. You're listening to your coach. It's like, man, things are going well.
That's right.
And so when he jumps on you, he can jump a little harder, and you're going to take it a little bit better, and you don't have to worry about it. He's not picking on you. He's just trying to make you better. And I think that's been pretty good. And really towards the end of the ball game last night, that started to happen, but in the overtime it really happened.
Right.
I mean, he got a hold of him and said, this is what we're doing. And all of a sudden it worked. They win the ball game. They win it going away. Overtime games traditionally go down to the last shot. No. I mean, as soon as the overtime hit, Riverton Park put the ball on hole a couple times, and immediately the game was over. So getting ready for the starting lineups. Again, Park Heritage will be the home team on the scoreboard as they're wearing that white or light uniform, and Riverton Park will be in their dark colors.
Oh, the anthem.
Well, we're going to pause for just a moment. They'll be right back with the starting lineups.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy,
downtown Brazil.
I'm Ryan Luce with.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Here's the starting lineups for tonight's ball game.
the starting lineup for the varsity Riverton Park Panthers. Starting guard, number 1, Matthew Mullins. Starting guard, number 12, Pearson Robbins. Starting forward, number 22, Brandon Todd. Starting guard, number 23, Darren Hazard. And starting forward, number 25, Ashton Hines. For the varsity Park Heritage Wolves, starting guard, number 3, Naz McNeil. Number 4, guard, Anthony Wood. Number 12, forward, Noble Johnson. Number 21, guard, Ren Harper. And starting forward, number 23, Joel Gooch.
All right, the starting lineups again for Riverton Park is number 1, Matthew Mullins. He's a junior. Number 12 is Pearson Robbins. He's a sophomore. Number 22, Brandon Todd, a junior. Number 23, Darren Hazard. He's a junior. And number 25 is Ashton Hines, also a junior. For Riverton Park. And again, for Park Heritage, it's Nas McNeil. He's a junior. That's number 3. Number 4 is Anthony Wood. He's a senior. Also senior is number 12, Noble Johnson. 21 is Ren Harper. He's a freshman. And number 23, who's going to jump in the circle, is Joel Gooch. And right now, both those 23s are up. Or excuse me, tip is up and controlled by Park Heritage. Wolves with the basketball. Wood gives it up to Johnson, and you'll see them spread the floor a lot. And you're looking at a triangle and 2 right now, which is really kind of odd. They're going to go up for the dunk, and he missed the dunk. He went for the alley-oop. Could you tell what I was talking about earlier? Again, an opportunity for Park Heritage to get an easy one. They threw it on the wrong side of the basket. Panthers with a basketball. Hazard hands it off to Robbins. Robbins in the corner. He's stuck, looking for somebody. Tipped up and away and picked up by Hazard. Hazard, a really solid athlete, just as a pure athletic guy. Feed it down the middle. Shots up, no good. Rebound comes out to Harper, and he's fouled.
It was a good trap there by Noble Johnson at the top of the key that kind of jump-started that. They were trying to get that turnover. Rivendell Park had a chance at it, but couldn't quite get that to go. They attacked that trap very aggressively.
It's kind of odd. I haven't seen him go with Harper in the corner yet. Here it comes. They're trying to set Harper up for the 3. He'll drive and look outside. Trying to figure out what they're doing on it. Again, an odd defense to start, especially, but you don't want to play Park Heritage in a man. You want to make them try to shoot their way into a lead. Harper outside to Gooch. Feed it inside to Johnson. He'll drive, puts a shot up, no good. Off balance shot, really had a chance to kick it out for the 3. No score so far in the championship game. Robbins kicked it over to the side. Hazard directing traffic. He's got a one-on-one. He'll drive, shoots, can't get it to go. They're going to call the block, and he'll go to the line.
Did a good job isolating him on that right side, and Red came over for the help, picked up the first foul for Park Heritage.
And the announcer here is going to have a hard time because he's calling him both way. In this case, he made the announcement and said it's against Riverton Park. Well, Riverton Park's at the line. Hazard puts the first one in, and the Panthers have a 1-0 lead. Hazard gets the second one to fall, and Riverton Park is in the lead, 2-0. McNeil to Gooch. Harper. Look for the cross. Ball's tipped to the back court. McNeil chases it down, and they'll start the offense. They've got Johnson in the post against Hazard. Bodied up, puts it up, can't get it to go, didn't get over the bucket, and Gooch with the rebound, and he's fouled.
Just a little short was Johnson on that little runner. And you mentioned Gooch, and you can see the athletic ability that young man has, and he stands to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
In the spring, I mean, he runs track and he just flies. Really glides across and powerful strides. Really solid athlete.
What's he, about 6 feet tall?
About 6'2" or 3.
Okay. Looking at him right from up here.
He's long arms, and he can really move. With it, that inside, and they're going to call the offensive foul. They say he was in position.
Wow. That was a bang-bang call right there, very close.
In reminder, he's got to let him have one step down, and then picked him up there. So, again, an opportunity for Park Heritage. They trail Riverton Park 2-1.
Were you planning? We're going to get Sean Neville at some point, or
we might want to do that. That'd be kind of fun.
We got a mic. We can even do it during the early stages of the first quarter while he's up here if you want to.
That'd be all right. Harper had potentially the shot. They'll kick it back out, and he traveled.
Yep. Moved that pivot foot as he was trying to prepare. Didn't know if he wanted to shoot or dribble.
Timeout's been called. We'll take one as well. It's 2-1 Riverton Park in the championship game of the Banks of the Wabash.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property,
oh, it's snapping turtle.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to South Vermilion High School. Early in this one, 5:10 left to go in the first period, and it's 2-1 Riverton Park. And immediately when I say that, Coach Rich Shelsky calls the timeout and says, look, fellas, this is ridiculous. I want you to do this. Immediately pressure defense for Park Heritage. He got him trapped in a corner. Cross-court pass. Has an opening for Todd. He puts a shot up. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Gooch. Fast break opportunity. McNeil takes a three-point opportunity. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped up and picked up by Robbins.
It's going to be interesting to see Riverton Park handle this pressure that Park Heritage is going to throw. There's going to be a lot of traps all over the place.
Had a man open for a
right
potential layup and blew it. Lots and lots and lots of pressure for Park Heritage.
Tip.
And if you remember the receiving core for Park Heritage, 3 of them are out there on the floor.
Yes, they are. You got Wood, you got McNeil, we got Johnson, all out there and all had fine seasons.
A lot of contact on that one. They wanted a foul called on McNeil, but they said he tipped the ball out of bounds and he had first access to the ball.
There was a lot of contact there.
It's kind of hard unless you are seated and situated with that one. You can't really call the foul. There's block.
Boy, that could have been a charge. That was very close. Noble kind of used that chicken wing. You hear the groans from the crowd. They wanted that call, but you talk about first contact there once again.
Just kind of looking at what's going on, and again, these teams are going to start to get kind of elevated in terms of how hard they play if Riverton Park can continue to play on this one. Now it's more of a man than it is any kind of zone.
Yeah, a couple of possessions ago, actually the second possession of the game, saw the same defense right here.
They're leaving Harper open on the side. He's not even taking the ball. They're just trying to get the ball to McNeil. Harper in the corner. And this semi-zone, it's not a really great zone.
No.
But Park Heritage is having all kinds of trouble handling the ball on it.
Would have loved to have seen that flight when the ball went to the corner. Would have loved to see the Goose flash at that point. Thought it was a little late. Here comes Johnson.
He just bodies that one right in.
He's just too strong. He's just too strong for a lot of players he's going to go up against. Very athletic and already tall enough. And we'll see what Riverton Park can do.
A lot of quick defensive pressure by Park Heritage as they try to move it around. Drive. Shots up and good.
Good drive.
Nice shot that time and a drive by number 25, and that's Ashton Hines. He's a junior.
Hines with a nice strong take, absorbed some contact.
Wood. Harper for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Hines.
Oh, boy.
Stolen away by Johnson. He double dribbled the ball, but they didn't call it. Inside, and it's Harper for 2. Nice, good cut by Harper.
They literally stole those 2 points away. Oh, it's a turnover here.
Wood.
Oh, my.
Potentially traveled with it. Ball's loose and out of bounds. It'll be Park Heritage basketball. Once the game sped up, you could just see Riverton Park. Yeah. That's not their pace. They have to get it across and kind of body it in there.
Here comes Braden Luce for the Wolves.
And Braden Luce is more of a ball handler shooter, and he's a freshman. And I'm telling you, I coached against those 2 guys in the 8th grade last year, and they can both just fill it up. Luce looked at it, went, nah, I won't do this, and gives it to Harper. Naz has a man in the corner. Johnson won't take that shot. Johnson likes that mid-ranger.
Yeah, he does.
Loose for three. Gets it up and gets it in.
Yeah, and that's I don't blame him for not shooting the first shot on first touch. Come off the bench the first time you handle the ball, not quite ready. Get it back. Yep, he's ready.
Take the freshman in there, and there's the other freshman stealing the ball.
Oh.
Handling if they're going to call. We're going to talk about this one.
You got to call offensive foul there.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man, when you got that elbow that comes up in the shoulder head area.
I don't know which guy they called it on either, because there was a guy behind him. But, yeah, there's a lot of contact on this one. 8-4, Park Heritage with the lead. With 1:44 left to go here in the period number one. McNeil for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound, tipped around, picked up by Johnson. Turns around, puts it back up, and doesn't get it. Tipped by McNeil, goes in. It's 10-4. Park Heritage.
Park Heritage is playing bully ball right now. They're just playing stronger. They're swiping. Here comes the layup. Oh my! Whoa!
Got him in the air, got the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Here's the thing, though, Herb. The pump fake is a wonderful thing, but when you have that 2-on-1 break and you get the ball on the block, boom! You got to go straight up.
Yeah.
You have to go straight up. You got to have that court awareness. You have plenty of room. Go straight up, make the 2 points. You would have got fouled as well.
33, I'm going to say that's Carson Cox who's in the ball game because there's not one on the roster. They did it last year as well, or last night as well, sorry. 10-4 is the score.
Okay.
Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Crane Credit Union, Hamilton Center, Indiana National Guard. Misses that one. Park Heritage with the ball, Loose in the corner, and Loose is hot. You go into a zone, they put those freshman guys on the edge, they can both shoot it out. 13-4, and immediately it's up to 9 points. With the basketballs, Mullins kicks it up, puts it up and in, and that's a really nice job by Mullins to feed down in the low post and get it up to Hines, who scores again. 13-6. Outside to Johnson. Loose has the hot hand. Kicks it over. Wood for three. He'll put it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out and stolen away by Johnson. And he's going to get that ball, and then away we go. McNeil stops, pulls it out. If they cross court this, it'll be on open three in the corner. They didn't move it all the way around. McNeil for three. He'll put it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Johnson. Feeds it outside. Loose with it. And he'll set up Wood.
0 for 1. There we go.
15 seconds left to go in the period. He's got to move it.
Close to a 5. Very close.
5 seconds left to go. 4. Kicked it out. Harper for three. Doesn't get it. And McNeil has it up, but it's no shot as he had it in his hands. We'll go to the end of the first period. It's 13-6. Park Heritage.
It's Black Friday every day at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pulling away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab, only $269 per month. New Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during the Black Friday sales event. Plus, get $1,000 more for your trade-in all month long. Start your deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
End of the first period. It's 13-6, and neither one of these teams are going, well, we're playing really well, and it's kind of like Ryan Luce talked earlier. The early tournament, everybody's still trying to figure out who they are and who plays and how it goes, and Sometimes the basketball's not really great at certain points.
Right.
But the competitive attitude of all the teams is. And this one everybody cares about. They got the traveling trophy.
Oh,
turnover gives the ball to Park Heritage.
If I'm Coach Aaron Hines during the break, I'm telling my guys, hey, you have got to match your physicality. You're getting kind of beat all around the court, pushed around all over the place. In this situation, I'd give my guys, hey, I'm going to give somebody leeway to give me a good hard foul. You've got to match physicality for Park Heritage. They're going to blow you off the map.
Good ball movement. Harper for three. Can't get it. McNeil with the follow. Can't get it to go. And the rebound comes out. And that's one of the things that Park Heritage doesn't have as much. They don't have that physical inside presence.
No,
they're almost just tipping the ball or getting the ball up, and they're having a hard time getting it to go in a basket.
Short on that from Hines.
McNeil, outlet to Johnson. Johnson gets it to go. It's 15-6, a 9-point lead for the Wolves.
Noble Johnson kind of watched that ball just fall into his lap. Is kind of used to that, isn't he?
Ball tipped around, and they're going to call the foul on Harper.
Oh, you hear the Bronx Fear now. The third foul on Park Heritage. Could have been the ninth by now, to be honest with you, as physical as this has been.
Well, it's been physical both nights and both things going on. Into the ball game, Harper with 2 fouls. He'll come out into the ball game number 10, and that's Adam Carrington.
Mm-hmm. You know, Carrington, the guy that we saw last week, I don't remember seeing Gooch. And as far as Harper and Luce, didn't see them a whole great deal, I don't believe. But you see the roster expanding, and you see guys getting looks. And early in the season, you know, you really like that as you're starting to get an idea of who can do what. Once again, brand new team. Went to the state finals last year.
Got his back turned, and the ball's loose, and it's still kicked around. Everybody's on it.
Hines puts it up.
Couldn't get it good on McNeil with the basketball. Has a man in the corner if he's going to want him.
Yeah.
Johnson, they're going to call the foul.
Okay. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, where you got to raise their level of physicality. They are going to bully ball you all over the place. Maybe not pound it down low onto the block, but you have got to be strong enough to absorb this contact and to not get knocked off your spot.
And again, that pressure defense for Park Heritage caused trouble, and there's another one. Traveling violation as Robbins moved that back foot. He did walk with it. It's a 9-point lead for Park Heritage.
You get sped up by this trap, and then your mind's running and your body's trying to catch up, and then you travel with the basketball.
Loose with it. Tries to turn the corner, cross court. Wide open as Johnson doesn't take it. McNeil, he'll go at it. Nope, loose for three. And guess what? The freshman's 3 for 3 has 9 points. 9 of the 18 points are by Loose. With it on the outside is Cox, and he'll try to feed it in. They're going to call a kicking violation. Ball will be a kick. Slows down the mental process for Riverton Park. They're like, I don't know if I want to throw it in there again.
Got a timeout by Coach Hines.
Timeout, Riverton Park. It's 18-6 in the Banks of the Wabash tournament.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
18-6. Park Heritage leading Riverton Park in the championship game of the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance. I want to thank Luce State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. They're sponsors for tonight's ball game. That trap is giving everybody trouble, and especially Riverton Park. They're having a whole lot of problem putting the ball in there. Turn around, can't get it to go, tipped around and picked up by Cox. He's open, putting it in the corner now.
The whole crowd wanted him to shoot it.
Hines had an open look and couldn't get it. Ball's tipped around. Johnson with it in the open court. He'll lay it up, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Hines. Robbins drives to the baseline, kicks it back out to Hopton, who just came into the ball game. 22's into the ball game, and that's Todd. He doesn't get it to go. Rebound to Robbins, kick outside. That's
there you go.
Hines, and again.
2 offensive rebounds on this possession. Coach Shelsky just kind of crossing his arms, not happy about giving up those 2 offensive rebounds in a row.
And with that, Gooch back into the ball game. Joel Gooch, who's the inside presence, and he had several rebounds to start this ball game. And that's the one thing that Park Heritage would really like to have is that inside. There's a backdoor cut, and he couldn't get it in a layup. Really nice job by Mullins. They had him wide open, and he missed the layup.
It's a great play. Great diagram.
Open look for Wood. Drives, shoots, doesn't get it in. 18-6. Wolves with the lead over the Panthers. Looking for that offensive set. Almost lost that one. Mullins with it. Faked it and dribbled it off his foot.
Yeah, McNeil sped him up so much. He dribbled off his foot, kind of bodied him a little bit as well. And
4:20 left to go in the first half. 18-6 is the score. McNeil kicks it over to Wood.
Oh, the offensive foul. That's got to be an offensive foul. He shoved the kid down right in front of the official.
Wood to Luce. Back to Wood. Still trying to go towards the middle. McNeil from way outside. He got it down.
Man,
it's 21-6.
I'd come in glued. I'd come in. You're going to call that right in front of me like that? You're going to disrespect me and my boys like that? There's no way.
Mullins down the middle, kick outside. A loose ball. Everybody's after it. McNeil ends up with it. Drive.
Give a foul.
And he just didn't get it in the hole. Loose ball. Picked up. Open court. Hazard scores.
Oh, my. This is why I don't coach, Herb. This is why there's no room. If you got an offense, you got a player down right here. This is why there's no room for me in coaching. Because I promise you, I'd have a message for my boys.
They called this one. Carson Cox will take a seat, and he took one very hard on that when he slipped. His foot slipped, and he wasn't hit.
Yeah,
it was the moisture off of somebody else. They really need to wipe that up. Nobody wiped it up, and here we go. 21-8's the score. Riverton Park with the basketball. Or excuse me, Park Heritage with the basketball. Cross court, Wood. Feed down into Gooch. Gooch gives it up. Carrington with the shot. Carrington with the rebound and score. Riverton Park with the basketball now. Hazard will set the offense. It's 23-8. Park Heritage, 2:50 left to go in the first half. Robbins fed it inside. Here comes Hazard with the drive, with the shot. It's blocked by Luce from behind. Wood, crossover, drive, shoots, and scores.
A hard foul right there would have been in order.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. In the last possession, give a foul. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot let somebody come in here and punk you like that. Meet their physicality. A nice hard foul. There's a 2 free throws. Don't hit him in the head. Hey, let's set a tone here.
Yep.
You're not doing this.
But
you can't allow. That's the kind of things that you can't allow for you're already undermanned. You're the underdog. You can't allow that to happen.
On the other hand, if you're Park Heritage, you can't miss those shots.
No, you
and they've
can't.
missed several of those open layup opportunities.
Yes, that's right.
Wood for three. He'll put the shot up. No good. Rebound. Everybody went for it. He's out of bounds.
Yeah.
McNeil came down with it, but after everybody was going for it, he ends up out of bounds on it.
If you're Rivendell Park, you want Anthony Wood taking that shot. You want Noble Johnson taking that shot. You don't want Luce or you don't want Harper. Maybe not McNeil taking that shot. So you'll live with that.
Again, fouls being called on this one.
(25-8) Rivendell Park here with a minute and 46 to go in the half. A couple of stops, a couple of scores, and they're feeling different about this at halftime. But it's got to start here.
Inside, as they're going to pull this one back out one more time. Panthers with it. Feeding it down the lane, turn around, shots up, and it's going to roll in. A really nice play by Ashton Hines.
That was a big bucket right here. Now can you get a stop?
Inside, Gooch. Back to the basket, Wood. Drive, shoots, he got that one. They're going to call the blocking
That's
foul.
That's a good call. Very good call. Try to slide under him. That's what you can't do right there. You can't slide under a player while he's in the air. That's dangerous. Nobody got hurt, thankfully, but that's a silly foul that you can't commit.
Well, and with that one, I got a message on it, and I called potentially number 33, which we did not have on the roster given to us on what it is. We've reported that it's Harkrider is number 33 for Riverton Park.
Who?
Harkrider. Harkrider. Harkrider.
Does he have a first name?
Didn't give me one.
Okay, maybe they can message you back. Get a first name as well. Thank you very much, Bill.
I would say who messaged me, but everybody would know, and that's not a good thing.
Okay.
Darren Hazard with a basketball out in front, 44 seconds. And again, that defensive pressure by Park Heritage, their quickness and athletic ability is just causing all kinds of problems for the Panthers. Robbins will trigger the ball in.
Student section's going back and forth saying Wolfpack and Panthers. I like that.
They're having a good time.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Harkrider gives it up to Hazard. Spin, drive, shoots, and scores.
Very good. Two possessions in a row. Rivendell Park scores. Second possession in a row now. So see what they can do. Rivendell Park defensively, what Park Heritage can do to score at the end of the half.
27-12. 12 seconds left to go in the half.
Gonna find Luce in the corner.
Wood.
Got to go.
To Carrington. 5-4. He's got a man wide open, and Wood got fouled on the shot. And I don't know why he fouled him, because that was an off-balance bad shot.
Man.
And he's going to send him to the line. 0.8 seconds left to go here in the first half. 27-12 is the score. And Wood will put this one up. Can't get it to go. One of the things I noticed, and that's one of the things that Coach Shelsky will be talking about, is their ability to shoot free throws.
Yeah.
And they're not doing as good a job as they'll need to in some of these good games. And
boy.
they got nothing out of that one. Had a chance to put 2 more points on the board and got nothing.
Yeah.
27-12 will go to halftime with Park Heritage in the lead here at the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce.
Wherever life
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to South Vermilion High School. It's halftime here of the championship game. Park Heritage with a 27-12 lead over Riverton Park, and we're looking at this one. You're seeing Riverton Park frustrated by the defensive pressure by Park Heritage.
They really are. They're swarming all over the place, and boy, when you have this many athletic bodies and you have guys that are used to running down the gridiron, catching football passes and making tackles, they tend to be pretty physical as well. Not just athletic, but physical. And that combination has really hurt Park Heritage, Riverton Park here in this contest. I've been very impressed with Park Heritage, the defensive intensity that they've come out with. Looking at them last week, game 1 versus Linton, totally different level of competition, obviously, but they didn't look like this. There wasn't the intensity, there wasn't the swarming. Of course, Linton has a few more ball handlers and things of that nature, but good to see Park Heritage come out here in game number 2. And how about the guy Loose in the corner, knocking down those 3 threes? You talked about Loose. You talked about Harper being able to fill it up from deep, and Loose did not disappoint.
No, and really, Braden Luce handles the ball not as well as Ren Harper now. But Luce is shooting it better than Harper is. And so if you can move him around, it depends on what you're doing. Last night, it was all man-to-man pressure by South Vermilion. When it was man-to-man, you saw Nas McNeil and driving really hard along with Noble Johnson. Tonight, with the zone, it shut down Johnson. Noble Johnson has not gotten his shot attempts that he had last night.
And he's missing the one that he's getting.
Right, but in the same process, other people have filled in and been able to do that. So you saw maturing maybe a little bit more of Park Heritage when they're doing this. And that maturing of a basketball team is what you want early in the season. For Riverton Park, they haven't experienced pressure like this before.
Right.
So even if they don't come out on the top end of this one, it's a great learning experience because they're going to find that some other places throughout the year, and they'll be better prepared to handle it with maybe a team that's not maybe as physical as Park Heritage is right now, and be able to learn something from it. And if they can do that and not, drop their head and drop their daubers, you drop your head and say, I can't do this. Well, they can, and they're pretty their ability to do that is seen and evident, but it's just it's too fast for them.
Yeah, it is.
Just too fast.
It is, and that's just credit to Park Heritage and what they're able to do. But it's tough as you see the cheerleaders come out here for Riverton Park and coming out to show what they can do. But it's hard when you are getting sped up like that. It's hard to slow down and play your pace. That's very difficult. Riverton Park still trying to figure that out and come away with some execution in their game plan. And I think in the second half that we have an opportunity. We'll have an opportunity to execute a little bit better in the second half. Find some ways to slow this game down, and also keep Park Heritage off of their trap by getting defensive rebounds just like we talked about North Vermilion in the first game.
Well, and again, early in the season, both these teams are still a little bit, they're just not on all cylinders.
Right.
And part of that may be just the personnel decisions that are having to be made right now. With Christian Johnson not being able to play for a while, that takes out that one man out of the 5, and all of a sudden you're just a little off kilter.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm gonna give you an analogy. Having Christian Johnson out for Coach Jelski, it's kind of like Craig McGee graduating at Rose-Hulman.
Sure.
Where you have the ball-dominant guard. He's making all the decisions. He's not there. Now you have to figure some things out. Other guys have to learn how to make decisions. I think that's working well for Rose-Hulman. And I think for the stretch, I think it's going to be a good thing in the long run for Park Heritage. They're going to be a very dangerous team come the end of let's say that Johnson comes back first of the year. Come the end of January and end of February, going into postseason as they really gel. When he comes back, they're going to have to gel again. What they're doing, they're gelling because they're figuring things out in his absence. When he comes back, all together. So they're going to be a very dangerous team at that point. But the development of some of these guys, like a Luce and a Harper and a Gooch, those guys, the development of those guys right now on the offensive and defensive end in his absence, boy, is it going to make them good later on.
Well, and again, you're giving that depth and you're building it at a continual basis all the way throughout the year, and that's not a bad thing. Next man up is what they say in football.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing in basketball. Yeah. Next man up, you have one guy go down, next guy's got to step in and play just as well, and with that opportunity, that makes it a really good thing for Park Heritage. We're going to pause, take a break. We're at halftime of the championship game of the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy. Prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley
with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
It's Black Friday every day at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pulling away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab, only $269 per month. New Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during the Black Friday sales event. Plus, get $1,000 more for your trade-in all month long. Start your deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, let's take a look at some of the scoring. I know you've kept down certain things of what's going on. Grant Hartgreider is the young man who we had misinformed on simply because the roster that we were given didn't have that
Right.
one on. And I hate to tell you this, but Billy Bettis, thanks. I had a good time. I get messages from him every now and then, and that one was one of them. So thanks for letting us know what's going on in that one. I gave a shout out to him. Now he can say nice things about me rather than go in the other direction.
That's
So,
right.
good thing it's 27-12. Park Heritage with the lead over Riverton Park as we prepare for this one at halftime. Again, the pressure defense by Park Heritage has been the difference in the ball game. That and the shooting by the young freshman, and Braden Luce comes off the bench. His zone gives him an opportunity. If you leave that guy open in the corner, he's not going to miss.
And he had some open looks. He passed up an open look or two and found a better shot a little bit later on. But for a freshman to come in on the big stage, and we're going to see this is the big stage. This is a tournament. You have an opportunity to win a championship. You're in the first half fighting to try to build that lead. This is a big stage. So the freshman did a great job. And, you knocked down, I think it was a 3 out of 4 3-point shots. You up 9 points. A third of the points for your team in the first half as a freshman. You're looking really good doing so as well. You always need guys that can space the floor. You're going to see shooters in the corner. You have drivers. You know, when you talk about Park Heritage is going to spread the floor, they want to have driving angles and get the ball in the middle of the court, drive it to the basket. You got guys in the corner, you know, somebody like Luther or Harper coming off the bench that can stretch the court. Because when you look at the starting lineup for Park Heritage right now, there's not a whole lot of great knockdown shooting.
Right.
So the better of the shooting comes off the bench at this point. You know, guys are still trying to get their sea legs, and then you had Noble pick up a second foul, had to go out and take a seat for the good chunk of the second quarter, and so you have guys that are getting opportunities. When you get your opportunity, you have to seize it, and sometimes gotta get the coach's attention. That starts in practice, and then when you practice well enough, you get the confidence of the coach to put you in the game, and then when you get the opportunity, you got to do something with it. That doesn't always mean score the basketball. That doesn't always mean get double-digit assists. Sometimes it's setting a solid screen. Sometimes it's a good block out on a free throw assignment. You never know what it could be, but whenever you have your opportunity, you've got to seize it. And I love when I see freshmen coming into the game in the moment.
So again, we're back on the air, 35-12. Park Heritage has had a couple steals and couple easy baskets. There's another one. McNeil goes up, puts it up and in. Nas McNeil with another steal layup. It's 37-12. And the pressure, there's another one. McNeil with another layup and steal. And timeout, Riverton Park. They'll take a full one, and it's 39-12. Park Heritage with the lead, and we'll return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
39-12. We saw an immediate action by Park Heritage in this one as they put the pressure on, and about 5 straight turnovers and quick baskets and a 3 and all kinds of stuff going on as they immediately kicked it into gear and put this thing way out of reach for Riverton Park at the start of this period. Now they can fight their way back in, but the pressure has just caused Riverton Park to turn the ball over and over and over, about 5 or 6 in a row here. They haven't even gotten a shot up. With the drive is on the inside, and again, Riverton Park looking to do something with that basketball. Pull up, there's a shot, missed it on the inside. Hampton with that one. Harkrider inside, puts a shot up. Does he get it to go? He does. Right. Again, Harkrider with the score. That's Grant Harkrider. McNeil, crossover. He'll go down the lane. Open for Wood. Feed inside, and good pass and ball movement. And McNeil for 3.
Remember when I said that the Wolves don't have a lot of shooting in their starting lineup? I think Nas heard me say that, and he's starting to dial it up from deep now.
He dialed a couple things up. Cross, they just threw that one out of bounds.
Yeah. Sped up so much they would pass it to no one.
(42-14). 4:06 left to go in the third period. McNeil, Harper, and Wood. In the corner, open is loose. Doesn't get that one. Wood with the follow. Inside, kick, Harper, Wood finds the open look to Johnson. He doesn't get it. I'm amazed they didn't call something on that one. Riverton Park with the basketball. Robbins to Todd. Back to Mullins, inside to Harkrider, puts the shot up and in.
Hey, Harkrider being physical. The last 2 times down court, he's got the ball in the paint, and you're seeing him try to been able to nudge Noble Johnson back a little bit to give himself a little bit of space.
Nobody else wants to do it. McNeil feels like he's hot, and it is sizzling right now as he jacks that 3 in. It's 45-16.
McNeil has at least 15 points this quarter. That's his third 3. He's hit 3 layups in a row. So at least puts him at 15 this quarter.
Rebound McNeil.
This looks like more.
This is like one of those game shots. You know you're hot, you just keep going at it. Wood for 3, doesn't get it. And it's out of bounds off of Johnson, they say. It'll be Riverton Park ball. So Riverton Park with the basketball. Park Heritage 45-16 lead. They're looking for that backdoor cut, and I'll tell you what, it's tough to find anybody that's open.
Yeah.
Shots up and no good by Hopton. McNeil in the corners, loose for three. Doesn't get it. Well, he had three in a row in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to hit the other with the last two here. There's a shot up in the corner, no good. Rebound comes out. Harper had it, and they'll say he was out of bounds.
Wait a minute. No, they pointed. Yeah, okay. So that was a good look in the corner. That three was kind of in, out, and back out. And,
Hopton had a really good look there and just couldn't put it down.
Yeah, I like that. Just keep shooting the ball.
Gooch came into the ball game, and Carrington, there's that backdoor cut. I'm telling you,
yeah, they
I
had
don't
that
know.
First half.
They did it in the first half, and he missed it. This one, he got it in. 45-18, backdoor, nice passing. Should have gone right up with it earlier.
Boy, that
and he
pump
did.
Fake, yeah, he scored it. But players, when you have your momentum going toward the basket, don't stop yourself.
Because he's going to get that. He's going to get it up before they foul him, and then he's going to go to the line and get a 3-point out of this one. Potential moving screen on that one, didn't call anything. With a drive, everybody will be down on this one, and they're going to call timeout. And with that, we'll take one as well. It's 47-18. You're watching the Banks of the Wabash tournament on Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
We want to thank our sponsors, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Riverton Park with the basketball. They trail 47-18 with the drive. Shots up, no good. No foul call on it. It's bounced around, picked up by McNeil. McNeil has opportunities. He'll slow it up and set the offense. Looking inside, had a man, Carrington to Gooch. Gooch puts it up and in. Joel Gooch for two.
Just able to flip that one up there as the defender fell down and extends this to a 31-point lead in the third quarter.
Harkrider with the basketball, looking for somebody. He'll pull it outside. Robbins has it tipped away in the back court. It's Todd to Robbins. Pearson Robbins will set it up, trying to get it inside. He looks to Brandon Todd. Again, they're looking for backdoor cuts, but they've been covered so far. There's one, got it. That's a nice cut and a nice layup for Pearson Robbins off the back door. Nas McNeil can't get that one going. And it's 49-20 at the end of the third period here from the Banks of the Wabash championship game, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
49-20 is our score at the end of the third period, and possession arrow gives the basketball to Park Heritage. Wood with the basketball to Harper. Gooch. Gooch looking, gives it up in the corner. And another pump fake by Harper. And I'll tell you what, he's really good at it, but somebody's going to get hurt in the process here pretty soon. So for Riverton Park 25, that's Ashton Hines. He'll pick up the foul. And with that, that's 4 personals on him. He'll take a seat. Pass stolen away. Looking for that backdoor cut again. With the drive, and Hazard couldn't get that one up.
Had a good look at it that time, as you see a lot of substitutions in the game for Park Heritage especially. Nice
Harper
drive.
with the drive, got it up and in.
Nice drive by Harper there. You could see once his man went for that fake, he got to the left side of the cup pretty easily.
51-20. With the drive, and again, tipped away. It'll remain Riverton Park basketball as Mullins had it knocked out of bounds. Substitutions into the ball game again. Wood will take the seat, and in as number 5 is Max Dowd, and Dowd came in the fourth period again last night. Lost the handle on that one, did Pearson Robbins, for the turnover.
You know, you talked about in the first half, Riverton Park not getting their dander down. And it's tough to keep your head up at this point when you turnover after turnover after turnover, and you just, kind of getting run out of the gym. You see guys with their heads down and hands flopping in exasperation. Got to keep playing. Just got to try to keep executing.
Down to Carrington, to Luce. Harper again on the drive, puts it up and in.
That's the second drive in a row that Ren Harper's had. When you look at that young man, he talked about his driving ability. He's got some good strength for a freshman as well. How tall is he, Zach?
He's not that tall. He's about 5'9", 5'10", maybe 5'10". He's been more like 5'9". But he just has good handles, good court presence. Yeah. Nice three-point shot by Matthew Mullins. It's the gym rat syndrome.
Yeah, it is.
If your dads are gym rats, if your dads are basketball coaches or coaches anywhere else, you're going to play at that high level, and that's exactly what these guys have done. Both of them have dads who have been basketball coaches and seen it in the gym, and they love the game of basketball and have played together AAU-wise for a long time. There's a foul going to be called on that drive. Hard drive by by Hazard. It's Darren Hazard.
You look at this Park Heritage team, and got Park Tudor coming up next weekend, and then go to North Putt on Saturday night. So it's going to be a busy weekend for them. Next weekend.
Park Tudor traditionally has been very, very good.
Yes, they have.
You never know who they're going to end up with, and that's not a bad thing because that's a high prep school. Costs more money to go there than it does most colleges. And school in Indianapolis, and again, been there and seen the kind of players they've had. Everything from Isaiah Thomas's son to players that have played in the NBA, all kinds of stuff. So Yogi Ferrell,
and then you have them coming to Park Heritage. So it's a good opportunity for Park Heritage to play in a team like that. And then you have North Putt from the Western Indiana Conference, two-way school, playing some good basketball right now. So also have McCutcheon on the schedule. So Park Heritage plays a very good schedule. So they're really test themselves as the season goes on. Of course, the Wabash Valley Classic, they have an opportunity there. So with their first game being against KZ Westfield, the top half of that bracket is loaded. We see a foul here, but it's going to be interesting to watch Park Heritage. We talked about, wanting to see North Vermillion that first game, learn how to put it together. It's going to be kind of fun to watch them. This Park Heritage Wolves, as they mature with the subtractions that they had, they graduated a lot of production from last year's team that went to Banker's Life. Well, I don't even know what you call it now.
Stolen away this time, and Mason Howard will lay that one up and in. First time we've seen him be able to say his name.
Took his time there, got his steps down, make sure he didn't blow the layup. It's a good job for him. But you see the scheduling for Park Heritage really helps them to be ready for the end of the season. Look at postseason play. It really helps.
So we'll get to see that Park Tudor. We're going to be covering that night of the Park Tudor game, and so again, you'll get to see that Park Tudor ball game, one of the best ball games for small school basketball in the state that night, as they'll be getting their rings, so to speak, the rings from their state final appearance. Mm-hmm. So it'll be a great night for basketball on the 10th of December, and again, giving that opportunity for Park Heritage. But yeah, you're right. And traditionally that's happened. Harkrider puts it up, can't get it to go, and a rebound comes out to Park Heritage. Number 20 is Trey Miner, and that's the first time we've been able to call his name as well. So yeah, I think that's one of those things. Park Heritage plays a very, very good schedule for a team in this area.
Yeah.
The weaker teams on their schedule all happen to be conference schools.
Right.
And so they're trying to play up, trying to get better, trying to make a run. And when you do that, and that's easier to do in basketball than it is in, let's say, football.
Sure.
You can do it in basketball, you can do it in baseball. You have those extra games that are not conference games. Mm-hmm. In football, you're pretty much locked on what you're going to play, and that's one of the things a lot of people talk about. They want to play up. Well,
you've got maybe one game to mess with, maybe.
You can't do that. Yeah. So nobody's going to change that football schedule, but they sure can in basketball. Mm-hmm. In years past, these schools that are doing that, there's a steal by Harkrider. He'll put it up, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. Those schools, for instance, Rockville had those things going on at the same time. They played teams. They played on a team from Australia. They played Chittard. They played, all these other larger schools or schools that were pretty good. Turkey Run did the same thing when they were very good girls basketball. They played in big-time tournaments, different things that they had an opportunity to play. So giving those kids opportunities to do that on a bigger stage really helps set you up so you're not, the venue doesn't the venue changes, but your effort doesn't change just because you're playing in some larger school or you've played a larger school. If you remember, they had some classic battles between Terre Haute North and, let's say, the Rockville teams when they were good.
Yes.
I mean, just tremendous games. Mm-hmm. So you never know what's really going to happen. And this one, it's 55-25. The substitutes are in, and we'll see these guys get a chance to play. Harkrider again. And I'll tell you what, he's played very well. Harkrider's come off the bench, played hard, never backed off. Mullins for three. Can't get it to go, and the rebound comes out to Dowd. And Max Dowd will put that one up.
The physicality of Harkrider has been of note, so you need somebody to kind of give a little muscle, and he's been that guy that's gonna, not backing down and kind of bounce people around as well.
Backdoor cut stolen away with the drive, blocking foul on the inside, and Mullins will go to the line to shoot two free throws. 55-25, 2:02 left to go in the ball game. And we'll be on the air multiple games here for Indiana Sports Network, but the one we want to remind folks of, we'll be at Rockville for the Park Tudor game on the 10th and that's going to be a big one for us, just given an opportunity to do that. And as we look at some of the other ball games we have in this one, we'll have the Earlham and Rose-Hulman game, men's basketball, this next Wednesday. Again, next Friday we'll be at Rockville for the Park Heritage ball game. 2 Rose-Hulman games are at home on Saturday the 11th. And for you that are watching today, you'll probably see at least half of the people that we're seeing right now online will want to see that Park Heritage Park Tudor game.
Yeah.
And it should be a good one.
It sure should.
And so Linton beat Crispus Attucks today. Indiana
That's
State
a big
won
win.
a close ball game.
That is a big win because Crispus Attucks has been playing some really good basketball the last six years or so. So, well, it's a big win for Linton.
And we'll keep this as on and look. Carrington with the drive, puts the shot up, got it to go. 57-26. Again, Park Heritage with the lead. Stolen away. And we're approaching that 1 minute mark. It's 1:10 left to go in the ball game. Inside, as they couldn't get this one to go. We'll say they were out of bounds.
Who that just came in? C.J. Odell, a senior, just came in for the Panthers.
Trying to get another substitution in, and they'll just pause it and do it. Normally they just say no play on, but in this one they're going to try to get the subs in, make sure everybody has a chance to play in this one. If you're a Riverton Park fan, you have to be pleased with the fact that at least Riverton Park is, when I say this, started out 3-0. They're going to lose this ball game, but they have several ball games they're going to win down the stretch here.
They are.
And if you look at their schedule, the same thing can happen. They have ball games they can win, and they're going to be able to improve. Hopefully they take something from this.
Right. Be the championship game of the Banks of the Wabash tournament.
Yep.
You know, have an opportunity to take home second place here.
And they were in the championships of the JV game as well.
Yep.
So, again, hopefully things look up for several of these ball clubs that traditionally have had some issues the last 4 or 5 years. Nice drive to the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Was number 20. That's Trey. It's Milner. Trey Milner couldn't get that one. Again, shots up with 24 seconds left to go. Milner. And they'll give it outside to Down. That should be it, as he'll hold this one and back it out. So Park Heritage is going to win the championships of the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce. 57-26. And with that win, we'll kind of watch this one and see what happens with the quick presentation of the awards. As they'll do that one very quickly. This is not like the sectional. They'll just kind of round them up and we'll get this one going pretty quick.
Nobody touching the nets. Is that what you're saying? No nets cutting down today, buddy.
Well, they'll probably cut down the nets, but
you think so?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Okay. All right. I don't see any ladder. Oh, there's a ladder over there.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, but
right.
they give the championship trophy out, and the trophy is a traveler. So the teams in this one, and they played it pretty smart. You don't get an individual trophy or anything. It's a traveling trophy. Goes from one school to the next, and you'll have it in your trophy case for the year, and then you bring it to the next tournament. And they do that at every level, whether it's 7th, 8th, JV, or varsity, and girls and boys. They play this all the way through. So here we go. They're going to hand out the trophy and get a pretty good shot. And there you can see the Park Heritage Wolves with that championship traveling trophy. The Banks of the Wabash Classic. We'll get a good picture of all those guys out there. Everybody goes in and poses for the picture, just like you would everywhere. This one's not the one everybody's really wanting. This is a tournament you want because it's bragging rights for part of the year. The one everybody's after, of course, is the sectional trophy and trying to get in and advance in the tournament. And that's the one everybody really judges everything by. But some of these teams occasionally don't play in the same sectional.
Right.
Most of the time they do. And again, they're trying to line up. Nobody knows how to line up for pictures. And it takes the coach. It's the coach's wife who lines them up. Did you notice that?
Sometimes you need that expertise.
Yeah, long one. And there's the shot of the Park Heritage Wolves. And now comes the cheerleaders. They got to get involved in this one too. And again, these are the ones that go in the trophy case. They put this one down, and there you go. Trophy down in front, getting them all ready to go. If we were after a player of the game, I don't know, McNeil had to be pretty close.
The way he came out in the third quarter, 15 points at least in that third quarter. Halfway through the third quarter, he had 15 points. So, he's a guy that you would take into consideration. You look at, really, I like the way Brian Luce, talking about players that made a major impact in that second quarter, hit those 3 big threes coming off the bench. So he did major things there.
Notice coaches and principal. New principal for Park Heritage, and he's taller than all the guys.
He is.
They may want to have him suit up for practice or something. But, yeah, you put all the coaches in there and make sure everybody's there. Got the little ones. Everybody remembers those. Those will be the ones they put up different places. Great opportunity for us. Let's take this one home for us, if we would. Park Tudor is when you will next see us on the air in Indiana Sports Network next Friday for high school basketball. We'll be on the air for Rose-Hulman on Wednesday night, but we will be at Rockville when Park Tudor takes on the same Park Heritage Wolves in a key matchup that all the Indiana will probably be watching for small school basketball.
They really will. And it should be a nice matchup, and looking forward to getting down to Rockville for the first time in basketball season this year. And it should be fun, once again, watching the maturation process of this iteration of the Park Heritage Wolves team. Every year's a new year. This team trying to find themselves took a good step this weekend.
We're going to thank our sponsors again: Crane Credit Union, Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Luce State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, York Automotive, and again, we want to thank my partner Walt Gordon for sitting in alongside me today. Again, Park Heritage wins the Banks of the Wabash tournament, sponsored by Ryan Luce Insurance, 59. And again, just a tremendous ball game by them. We'll be back on the air. Park Tudor at Park Heritage next Friday evening, and we'll have all that action for you live here on Indiana Sports Network. For my partner Walter Gordon, I'm Herb King saying so long, and we'll see you next week.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.